Actually, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber in Return of the Jedi was originally going to be blue. Due to the saber not showing up in the fight scene on Tatooine, the color was changed to green to show up better on the screen. In fact, you could see in a few promotional posters that the color was slated to be blue early on in production. And now you know. Where have you been? It's fine. Ow. Hey, stop making fun of me. I have a condition. Hello. God, this is a perfect. I really. Do I even need a costume for Halloween or anything like that? Like, I really should just dress up as this. There you are. Okay. Everybody, don't panic. I've got chat snacks for you today, okay? No worries. I know that you guys were worried about that, but we're good. Wow, okay. Clearly you guys... I see how it is. Beating up on the nerd. All right, I understand now. God damn it. You have closed captions now? Oh, neat. Well, yeah, I have, for accessibility's sake, some closed captions options in the event that you, wanted to be able to see the words. If you had a problem with, hearing or anything like that. I had one person that was hearing impaired come in, and they were just like, I'd really appreciate it if you added this. And I'm just like, you know what? You're right. This is a nice thing to have. Hey, nerd, give me your lunch money. Anyway, the chat snack that I have today is some, Ritz crackers. So, it's not crazy good or anything, but they're crackers. If Ghost had a voice, what do you think it would sound like? Also, have you played Luigi's Mansion 3 yet? I've not played any of the Luigi's Mansions, actually. As for what Ghost would sound like, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, his entire point, the entire point of his character is that he's supposed to be mute, so, I feel like that's a little bit sacrilegious to make him say words. You're on YouTube, too. I forgot people are over there. There's an audience of people over on the YouTubes. Kind of sick of snacking on Halloween candy. Same. Dude, there's something about sugary stuff right now that I'm just not keen on at the moment. Speaking of which, actually, I do have a soda today, but I bought it not too long ago. I think I've had it previously, and we talked about it. It's 7-Up Shirley Temple. If you have never had a Shirley Temple type of drink, Shirley Temple is basically a mix of cherry and pomegranate, and this is a mix of 7-Up cherry and pomegranate, basically. And I have drunk it in the past, and I bought it again just because I didn't remember exactly whether I liked it or I didn't like it. I don't like it. But now I've got an entire 12-pack of this thing, and I have to go through it now. And that kind of sucks. I'm just craving something savory for a change. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah, hey, Ritz crackers. Again, that's nice and salty, and I enjoy that very much. Here. What's that? Snappers, join the party! He's kind of sitting, behind the smiley face, though. He kind of looks like he's, on the back of the sun or something. Look at him. Oh. That was unintentional. But adorable. Looks like you found your next Halloween stream if enough people want it. Luigi's Mansion 3 is amazing. Yeah, possibly. Ah! I'm on the floor. Muffin redeemed that. Thank you, Muffin. Hello, how's it going? I hope I'm not too nerdy for you. I hope I'm not too much of a geek. By the way, that random Star Wars fact that you just recently heard, that was posted on Reddit by a user named DMO82. Just a heads up on that one. That was not me. No, there's a page on Star Wars called "What's a useless Star Wars fact that you know?" And I'm just like, yeah, that one's nerdy enough. I think that'll work. Yeah, nerd. Big nerd. That scene where Luke is stumbling through the snow on Hoth was filmed in a hotel parking lot. Okay. Thank you for. Oh, I'm allergic to cherry. Oh God. Oh, it's gonna cause a rash. Oh, I'm gonna start breaking out in hives. I told you I'm allergic to cherry. Ow. Wait. Get him! Kill him! Annihilate him. Here, give me a sec. Before I forget, I'm gonna jump into the Discord call. Just in case anybody wants to berate me with words. Here, do I have the proper mic set up for this guy? Yes, I do. I need to remember to swap that back a little bit later, though. Point of Halloween is to dress up as something that you're not. Yeah, you got a good point. I'm glad this is how people can say hi to you. Yeah, right? Just like, don't say hello. Don't say, like, you know, it's good to see you. No, instead, jump right out with just, like, throwing things at me. Yeah. It's great. Could we hear your personal headcanon of King Boo's voice? If it's not cool, I mean, King Boo already kind of has a voice, if you remember that. Like, you know, or something like that. So I think he'd talk a little like this. Anyway, yeah, you guys have been sending a whole lot of messages in the chat, and I haven't actually actively been reading them, so I apologize. I've been very distracted by a lot of stuff. OSHA says my Wi-Fi is not working. I gotta do something about it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Let's see. What else has been going on? I like Jacksepticeye's interpretation of King Boo. I haven't heard it, but I imagine he would probably make it sound like, you know, really nasally and snooty. Kind of what I'm thinking. Yes, Muffin is currently talking about Kirby Air Riders. You know what's funny? Kirby Air Riders, like, I've seen a whole lot of footage of this, and the one person I think about when it comes to anything Kirby related is you. So I was just like, oh, I'm sure Muffin is currently, like, you know, living on Cloud 9 at the moment. Probably literally. He did a throaty, growly voice for it. Oh, see, I'm used to King Boo being like, you know, basically just sounding like a boo. So. What's my favorite Sonic character? I have a soft spot for, like, nerdy characters, so I kind of like Tails. Especially since, like, I love, like, those memes of Tails, like, he's, you know, his, like, regular demeanor where he's just, you know, it's like, Sonic, I'm here to help, and I just love those memes with Sonic, and Tails. Well, who's that one person that does the voice impression of Tails? It's just like, believe in yourself! If you don't, who will? I sure won't! Fucking bitch. I freaking love those. Silver is funny. I've heard that Silver is, like, kind of quirky. But, like, you know, like, he means well. Personally, you are a simp for Shadow. Ah, Shadow. The edge. The super edge. Tails eats a lot of mints. Relatable. Does he? I have not heard that canon. I like the idea of King Boo having very mischievous, eccentric type of voice. I guess I could see it. It's hard because, like, whenever I've heard King Boo, it's been in, like, I think Super Mario 64 DS had King Boo. And, like, oh, and also, I think King Boo has been in, you know, racing games, like, Double Dash. And I kind of based my interpretation of King Boo off of that. Shadow, the Edgelord. Beetlejuice. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Here, more crackers. Arp. Delicious. So yeah, I raised you guys a question in the name of this particular stream, which is Favorite cereal? You guys were talking about a couple of things in there. Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Cocoa Pebbles. You know what's funny? I saw somebody comment about Cocoa Pebbles, and they were saying that like they're not a gigantic fan of Cocoa Pebbles or just like the Pebbles brand in general, because it's kind of just you're eating a lot of like tiny teeny little flakes, and I guess like for some people that's a little bit of a nightmarish texture thing. Ooh, Cheerios, very neat. Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now Cheerios is, I like Honey Nut Cheerios personally. Regular Cheerios is just a little bit too boring for me. Now, I have one cereal that I just recently tried, not too long ago. I went to my local grocery store and I picked. Ow! Hello, Apple. Mapley. Say that to my face. I'm kidding. Anyway, no, I just went to my local grocery store and I saw that there's a new type of Cinnamon Toast Crunch out there. What is that in your face? Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Don't you worry a thing about it. You eccentric red panda, you.
That's just what Bit usually looks like. Yeah. Agreed. Anyway, no, I went over. Freaking heck. I went to my local grocery store and I saw a new cereal that was on the shelf. It was a type of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is Cinnamon Toast Crunch Mexican hot cocoa flavor. I like. Has anybody seen that or tried it? I have. It's fine. I can't say that I'm super excited about it. It's fine. It's kind of like, it's just regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch, except it has a little bit more of like a cocoa flavoring to it. So if that sort of piques your interest, then maybe go and pick up a box. But it, you know, I could take it or leave it. Overall, my personal favorite cereal of all time. Honestly, I am really. I gotta say, it's probably some flavor of Mini Wheats. Very likely. Golden Puffs. It's a store knockoff brand name, so I don't know the other names. Golden Puffs? Is that like Golden Crisp? That's kind of what like it reminds me of a little bit, because like Golden Crisp are like puffed up rice. Choco Pillow cereal now. What's Choco Pillow? All right, I'm gonna need a vote for all you guys. How long do you want me to keep this mask on? When do I take it off? Oh, you believe so? Okay. Take it off. I would rather die. Anyway, no, let's go into my settings and turn that thing off. There. There's my props window. Ah, hey, there's the bounding box. Go away, bounding box. Ah. I'm back. There you go. Go away. Only Snap can inhibit this head. My sister invaded my room and started bullying my mannequins. You have what? Comfy, you're gonna have to explain that. Oh, actually, well, you do cosplay. Okay, no, that's fine. But like, how many mannequins we talking? I think I'll ask that question. Don't take it off; it suits you. Oh, okay. I have a CPR dummy and a dressmaker's dummy. Okay, well, you know what's funny? I actually have a couple of mannequin heads that are like just styrofoam heads that I bought. I got them for like headdress kind of things that I've done for like cosplays and costumes that I've worn. So like, yeah, I totally get the vibe of having something that's basically a mannequin in your room. The problem is they're constantly staring at you and they want to kill you. Speaking of wanting to kill me, here's Kyle.
Get out of my head.
Huh. Howdy. What are you up to?
doom scrolling.
Oh, man, I just recently read a news article, that was talking about the dangers of doom scrolling and how it's really bad for you. My response to that is, well, how about the news stop being so shit? Maybe I'm not the problem.
Though my places of media are Steam and YouTube.
My sources of media tend to be like my social media, which I don't recommend. If you can avoid social media, do.
I don't have any accounts on any social media.
That's fair. You're smarter than I am. I mostly have social media because I have like an online presence, and I kind of need to keep that.
Social media facilitates those communities.
Dressmaker is named Penelope, and the CPR dummy is named Matt. And he sucks, and I hate him, and the only thing he's good for is wig styling. That's amazing. Penelope doesn't have a head, so she can't stare. Ah, yes, there's the solution. FB says I have a cow skull hanging in my room. I am not in Texas. Hey, you can have a cow skull and not live in Texas. I'm not making any assumptions. I love how you had to specify that, though.
I bet if I asked real nicely, my uncle would give me a cow skull.
Oh, really? Do they live near a ranch or something?
Yeah, he's got a farm, dairy farm.
Neat. That would work.
Neat and meat.
Delicious. High stakes. Comfy says I might have to go soon. We put our cat Amber. Oh. I'm so sorry about that, Comfy.
Right.
That's never an easy thing to deal with. I've told many stories on the stream here about, pets that have come and gone. Big hugs from me. That really sucks. Shadow MSC is currently over on the YouTube. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry if I don't pay much attention to the YouTube chat. I'm trying my best. Yeah, I hope you have a good dinner. What's the dinner you're gonna have? Please tell me it's not the remaining cat food. Turkey and gravy. Sorry. Bad joke? Terrible joke? I'm sorry. Dido has arrived. Hello. Have I been here since I changed my profile picture? Not sure. Unsure. It's difficult for me to say because, I'm so far away from, all of the, all of you guys' art and stuff. Oh, Dad just walked in saying, "Oh, God damn it. Man, like I said, I'm giving you a big hug, Comfy. I really apologize for, well, I don't apologize, but I sympathize. Sorry, I have nothing to do with it. What am I apologizing for? You're thinking about playing Pokemon ZA, but only for, Corbo? I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, man, I don't know. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to anything Pokemon related, so it's tough for me to get into the mood for anything Pokemon.
Thanks to a YouTuber, I got my usual group into a weird pre-alpha game.
What game is that?
The Far, Far West.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
You play as a gunslinging robot cowboy who also slings spells. You're fighting the undead. Reminds me a lot of Deep Rock Galactic, actually.
Ooh, this game looks pretty stylish.
They say it's pre-alpha, but it seems way too polished to be a pre-alpha.
Pretty clean and shiny, yeah. Ooh. Playtest Extended Halloween Update. Hooray. Release date sometime in 2026. Well, apparently they still got some plans for it, so yeah, you got a little bit of time. Shadow says when we adopted our new cat after my old one passed, we tried to give him the leftover treats. Oh yeah, treats with like, you know, soft centers and stuff. He bit into it and spit it out immediately. Oh. That's kind of how cats be sometimes, man. Muffin says ZA looks so fun, and then Dino immediately goes, but the game is trash, though. I don't know. I haven't personally played it, so I'm not going to immediately judge, but... The budget went into the new evolutions, battle mechanics, and character design. None of it went to the world of the game. It looks so bad. Well, yeah. That's unfortunate. Oh, our full name is Amber Autumn Leaves. Oh, you're breaking my heart, man. That is so precious. That's adorable. You should try the Billy Bust Up demo. The fights in it are amazing and got updated a whole bunch since the first post. I haven't actually tried anything Billy Bust Up related because I want to try and be as fresh as I can possibly be when the full game finally comes out. Like, I am super excited for the game, and I definitely want to, like, have a fresh experience with it. Osha says, Billy Bust Up has a demo? Oh, they've released, like, several demos over, like, the course of its development. Like, there was the original Kickstarter demo, and then, like, they've periodically released, like, boss fight demos for, like, different bosses whenever they're, like, working on it. The game looks super freaking amazing. Yeah, there are demos that were released. And I was so freaking tempted. I was just like, aw, I want to beat up Fantokyo. But I'm just like, nope, hold off. Nope. I did hear that thing about the flat textures in ZA. I also heard that, like, apparently, like, early beta footage of the game was showing that, like, there was a lot more dimension to things, and what people are assuming is that maybe they, like, toned down on the amount of, like, visual fidelity on buildings and stuff so that it would still work properly on Switch 1 hardware. I don't 100% know about that. That's entirely, like, an assumption on my part and probably somebody else's, but yeah. There's a chance that might be the case. Who knows? Ooh, yeah, sing them during Halloween. Pretty good time to sing them, that's for sure. There's a game coming out called Escape from Happy After that looks good. Paper Mario clone that takes place in various storybooks. Yeah, like that, hold on a second, let me look it up. Escape from Happily Ever After. Escape from, hold on a second. Oh, Escape from Ever After. There we go. Oh, yeah, that is very Paper Mario coded. Holy shit. Q1 of 2026. Everybody wants to be Paper Mario. Everybody. Wonder what Nintendo thinks about that. Like, I look at stuff like that, and I'm immediately just like, oh. I mean, you can't really sue somebody for game mechanics, but, like, you get close enough and you start to, like, ask questions. Or you're just like, uh-oh. How much are they going to tolerate? Who knows? People crave the paper. Did any of you eat craft paper when you were in kindergarten? Don't judge me.
I think I did on a dare.
Oh, thank God. All right, Muffin says yes. You said yes. From the moment I said that, I was just like, I'm about to be flamed off the internet, aren't I? Fiber. Right. I'm just like, it doesn't taste good. Absolutely doesn't taste good at all. But it was just like, it's an interesting texture and an interesting flavor. I will say though, craft paper is just a little bit like, you know, more fibery and tastes a little bit better than some of the like laminated paper that they have. Am I saying too much about myself? I think I'm saying too much about myself.
No comment.
Having some jam sandwiches. You know, I am starting to think that these Ritz crackers could use a little bit of jam. But like, again, I'm trying to avoid sugar because Halloween is just beating me to a pulp. That's a good question. We probably talked about this previously, but like, Kyle, did you do any kind of like sugary thing when you were, during Halloween this year?
Unless you count sleeping. I actually took like an hour-long nap. It was great.
Oh, that sounds amazing. The other day, I skipped stream not too long ago. I think like last Wednesday, because the previous day I've been running around all day doing a lot of work. And I was doing all that work on 4 hours of sleep. And then finally at around like 6 o'clock that day, I was just like, no, it's time for me to fall in my bed and pass out. Like I need to like do temporary die now. And then I passed out, and then I woke up the next morning 12 hours later. So I guess my body needed the sleep.
Damn, I bet that felt good.
Problem is, you sleep that long, and that's when the weird dreams start happening.
Yeah.
Because your body is running out of things to make up, so it just starts slamming concepts together haphazardly. Did you ever do the fake skin with glue thing? Yes! I did! The fake skin thing! I remember that. I remember doing the thing where like you took some glue and you like put it in between your fingers. Is that what it is? You put them between your fingers and then you like peel them off, and they're really like, stop throwing things at me, Dino. Passed out potatoes in capsule balls as Tenna. Okay. I mean, that does remind me of a video I saw of like this one house that was trick-or-treating, and they were saying this is like, kids walked up to the door, and the guy there was just like, all right, kids, I've got a very important question that I need to ask you guys. Do you want either candy or a potato? And he holds two bowls out, one of them with candy and one of them with potato. Both the kids were just like, oh, potato.
Everybody takes the potato.
No question. It's the potato.
Mhm.
Dude, with the potato, you could
person
make
was-
French fries.
Another person I saw was handing out canned food.
Mm.
I got cream corn here. You look like a cream corn kind of kid.
I think I saw that one too. Someone was handing out like canned goods, and like, it's like, here, you can have cream corn. Here, you can have like a thing of spinach, and you get baked beans. Enjoy those, kid. Honestly, if I was the baked beans kid, I would have been so excited.
Baked beans are good.
I thought cream corn was non-existent, says Dino. Huh? What do you mean? How is cream corn not existent? I thought cream corn was a fever dream? What? Explain. We're in a famine. I'll take whatever I can get. That's fair. It was there in my life, and then it suddenly comes back to me. Weird. I would love to. I so badly want to gaslight somebody into thinking that like a name brand product is just an urban myth. You know, just be like, there's no such thing as chewy Chips Ahoy. There's always only been the original, like, crunchy ones. They've never made a chewy version. And they're like, what? No, those exist. No, I've never seen chewy Chips Ahoy ever. There are several that exist. There's like regular, and then there's like ones that are filled with fudge, and there's ones that are like Reese's flavored. It's like, nope, never happened. There is no Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Then what's this in my pantry? A lie, that's what that is. Oh, Phoenix made a cheese sandwich. Delish. Nice and savory. Everybody said, I remember one year, someone gave out comic books. Another year, someone handed out cans of soda, since it was like 100 degrees in Florida. You know what? Smart. I did get like a can of orange soda one year when I was trick-or-treating. And that was like one of the more interesting houses that I went to. There's a... How's it going, Cecil?
Hello? Hi, soda. You confused me because the stream title says favorite cereal, but then the soda was your stream announcement, so my brain got that wired. So is it favorite soda or favorite cereal? What are we talking about?
We jump a lot of subjects on casual streams.
Okay.
My
favorite cereal is Count Chocula. My favorite soda is any flavor of Ramune. I love the stuff.
Ooh. You know what? The one Ramune I've never tried that's still on my bucket list is watermelon.
I need to try watermelon sometime. Last one I had was I went to a ramen place with some friends a couple of weeks ago, and I got Blue Hawaii Ramune. It was so good.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
I got a melon right next to me.
Melon.
Ramune melon.
Yo!
Oh yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Lucky.
I don't have any. Like, from what I've heard, melon Ramune is like the best one. Or from like basically everybody that I've ever like talked to about Ramune.
Japan has a weird obsession with melon flavor.
I mean,
They do like watermelons are like a big thing in the summer for them.
Is that
This
why
isn't
there's that one
watermelon,
Mario
this is
Sunshine
just
level?
melon.
Yes.
This
I get
isn't
it now.
watermelon. This is just melon.
And also
know.
the pachinko one is the pachinko hell. You can thank the pachinko hall, the pachinko halls in Japan for that.
Please no.
Otherwise, my
Thank you,
favorite-
Comfy, for the pie. It says watermelon pie. Does that even exist?
Oh, it should. If it doesn't,
Actually, I
Otherwise,
feel
my
like that'd be
favorite
too much of a
cereal
soup.
is- My favorite cereal
it would be kind of soupy.
would be either Captain Crunch or Berry Colossal Crunch. They're both kind of the same. My favorite soda is Birch Beer.
Never had that.
I'd recommend.
If I had to choose a favorite cereal, I'm very practical when it comes to eating cereal, so I like to go with something like mini wheats. Something that's like really hearty that'll like fill you up for a long
Your
time.
old man, Biz, an old man,
And
old man. Way to
continue. And what's the problem with this? But no, like what specifically my favorite type of like mini wheats though is like the pumpkin spice ones that they release around this time of year.
Okay, that actually sounds really good.
It's amazing. Like it's just like regular old like mini wheats, except the frosting has got like, you know, the pumpkin spice flavoring just baked into it, and it's nice. Have you taken your meds
Nice.
yet, Peepaw? How dare. Ow. Oh, Galactic is asking, like, there's watermelon Ramune? Yeah! Absolutely. He's white! He's cursed with the pumpkin spice! I don't doubt. When did I ever say anything otherwise? This should not be a surprise to you. As, you know, somebody who is like an absolute geek and... Hold on a second. Do we need to turn the thing on again? Do we need to go and turn this guy on again? Here, yeah, see, that... Have I said anything otherwise for, like, who I am and what I am?
Nerd.
Nerd! Exactly. Too much rice with my food. There's one streamer that I have, like, been following for a little while. And apparently, like, some people might know who I'm talking about. They were complaining about their community because, like, their community was getting on their ass for the way that they cook food for themselves. And, like, they're going on, like, a major protein diet. And so they're trying to, like, cut out a lot of the carbs while also simultaneously, like, bring in the protein. So
that's the kind of diet I'm on right now. I'm trying to eat low carb and high protein.
Oh, joy. But, like, you know, high protein and low carb diet is basically the no fun diet.
It's kind of tough because you got to get... I'm actually not eating a lot of different stuff. I'm just eating like the alternatives to like you buy like a special bread, but it's still bread. I still eat sandwiches.
Yeah, when I was hardcore dieting at one point, one thing that I did was there's this one product out there, I forget what it's called, but it's basically a replacement for tortillas, except instead of it being a tortilla or made out of like corn or whatever, it's made out of like egg whites.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Or I've like seen stuff that's like that.
I can tell you this. Doesn't taste like a tortilla. And also, I wouldn't recommend it if, like, you have any other options. But at the time, I was just like, I'm trying to get protein however I can, so...
Yeah, it depends on the brand, because I got, like, this one type of, like, low-carb, alternative, low bread one time that was, like, frozen, and it was... that you had to keep in the fridge, and it tasted terrible. But then I got a different brand, and they're like, oh, this is actually pretty good. It mostly just tastes like regular bread, just less sweet.
Yeah. Everybody says like, I Googled watermelon buttery. Pie and it looks like cheesecake. Ooh. You know what? I could go for that. Also, Comfy says, wait, well, do those egg tortillas taste good, though? They taste like nothing. They taste like if there was a way that you could make zero taste like a flavor, that.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of these like low carb, low sugar type foods is they just lack as they're just a lot blander. So they're not as tasty, but
Dino is saying, have you heard of the Starbucks Bear Cup situation? Is that major controversial? I've never heard of this. Oh, she wants tacos now. I want tacos all the time.
Same.
24/7. Fourth meal. Constant fourth meal.
I love a taco right now.
Oh, Comfy tried to send a link. Ooh, sorry. Maybe could you send the link in like the Discord? I don't know, via whatever, the general chat or something? Yeah, sorry. Link protection. People are going crazy over this stupid cup that's like shaped like a bear and like, yeah, that's it. People are going insane and buying up the cups. It's like a new Labubu. And you know what's funny? There's a ton of people that are currently boycotting Starbucks and telling people to avoid Starbucks for good reason. You know, their union is basically saying, hey, we want better wages, so we're going to quit if you don't give us the proper wages. Oh, Comfy tried to make a clip. Oh, that's what that was. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, that's really freaking stupid. That, like, baristas, or in general, anybody that works like a food service job or like a retail job deserve way more respect than they do get. And better wages. Like, if you have to, like, stand around for, like, 8 hours a day, you should be able to make enough money that you can afford yourself a nice place to live. Also, Galactic is asking what my least favorite Sonic character is. I don't know if I'm like in deep enough within Sonic fandom that like I have an active least favorite. I don't know. Do either of you have a least favorite?
I don't know if I have a least favorite. A
Least
lot of
favorite.
I'm either there's ones I like or there's ones I'm completely indifferent to.
Least favorite what?
Sonic character?
Sonic character.
Oh, I don't pay much attention to Sonic.
That is absolutely fair.
Never really been my style of game.
It's
Any
fine.
of them,
It's fine.
really.
Galactic is talking about this thing called Hollow Knight Manhunt. It's a speedrunner versus a certain number of players that hunt them down and try to stop them from beating the game. That sounds crazy.
It feels like a mod. Is that like a
I'm-
like a multiplayer mod?
Yeah, that sounds like it's a mod. If
That's
that were a
cool.
real thing, I think I heard about it. Oh, also, I forgot to turn
Genuinely,
off
I
the-
am thinking of buying Silk Song again for my PC because I got it for Switch. I'm thinking of buying it again for PC just to install some mods to make it easier. Because I am never
Oh,
gonna
no.
get to the end of the game at this rate.
How far have you gotten so far?
I'm still kind of towards the end of Act 2. I'm
Oh.
currently on a boss that I love, but is hard as shit.
I've had some painful moments in Act
It's my
1.
favorite boss in the game, so it's kind of like I love this boss, but also I'm so mad at this boss because I can't beat it. But that does mean I keep playing it more. But also that means I'm not progressing. I'm just like so like mad and having fun at the same time. It's a very weird feeling.
Yeah, I mean, that tells you that they made a pretty decent game.
So
Drug
that's
Girl
kind
is,
of the whole experience. Is like I'm having fun, but I'm so mad about it. It's
Let me beat
the angriest fun.
I want to beat the boss. Drago's talking about their job. I'm a cake decorator, as some of you know. Actually, I'm not sure if I did. They pay shit minimum wage. I'm getting like at least $9 an hour. Bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. And the paychecks are absolute garbage. After working at this place for over a year, cake decorators shouldn't be underpaid and overworked. I work like 5 days a week. That's disgusting. Man. Like, somebody like a cake decorator, I feel like that's a job that, like, requires some good handcrafting and, like, stable hands. It just seems like something that you should be paid, like, 15 up. 9 is, like, highway robbery.
I know, right? That's super shitty.
This is at a grocery store. And, want to see my latest works? Sure. Well, okay. You might have to post them over in the Discord, like I said. If you can, then hey, I'll take a look at them. My friend's a cake decorator, says Muffin. For a grocery store, and it is stressful. I imagine it would be. That should be paid better, though. What the fuck? How dare? Upset. OSHA says, I do not have stable hands. I like to think I have stable hands, but then, the second that I actually, go and do any menial tasks with my hands, I realize I don't. I remember I was working at a place one time that, I was, working very intricately with, a screwdriver, and a thing that I was trying to, screw into place. And as I was doing that, I slipped, and I, pretty severely cut my my index finger. That ended up becoming a workplace incident report, basically. Oh, oopsie. Ooh. Oh, you sent them to the kitchen channel. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna look at them over on this Discord window just in case like any of them I want to. Holy wow! Pretty.
I must see these kicks.
Oh my god, so much color. Oh, I really like the marshmallow one. Ow! Why? Nova, why? I'm busy looking at cake. Meh. So many thrown items.
Oh, that's so cool.
Uh,
Oh, I love the like the second and the third one. Oh, those are so pretty.
here. I can't
Oh, and
show
the
all
purple
of them.
and the like purple, like I don't know if that's peanut butter or caramel, but like the purple and like caramel or one. I don't know if that's peanut. Again, I don't know if that's peanut butter or
Yeah,
caramel,
like
but that looks freaking delicious. Oh my gosh! And
the ones that are like
the blue
unicorn
one?
colored. I like those
Yeah,
like,
the
very
the
much.
crazy like unicorn color ones. It's like the first one kind of looks like the pan flag, to be honest, or the
Like,
the.
I can see it as the trans flag. Yeah.
Oh no, wait, no, it's the trans flag. Yeah, the second one is totally the trans flag, and so's the one after that, kinda. Trans cakes.
Congratulations, it's a they. Here, this one stuck out to me. I'm gonna drag this on again. From Dino, the Daily Sock.
The last blue one is very bit coated.
Oops, got.
That's
Grab.
bit me as a cake.
I'll grab that one. Here, hold on. Look at all the colors. You can see all like the bottles in the background with like icing on them. Sorry, these are very high resolution pictures. Wow! Look at that! Holy crap! I want a slice of that.
Bit-
Holy shit!
Bit the last one, the blue one. That's you as a cake.
I'll take
Confirm,
a look
deny.
at it. I'll take a look at it in a sec. Like, ooh. I wonder what the cake is underneath. Like, what flavor it is.
It's blue flavor.
Here, let's artificial blue flavor. Ooh, yeah, I do like that. Here, I'll save that image as well. Big picture. I keep on grabbing the wrong like source layers. There we go. Look at this guy. Look just the icing runoff on the sides is like so freaking cool. I like it. It does remind me a little bit of water. Make me happy. Yeah, you should be getting paid more for this. Full stop. All right, let me click back on the windows here. It's so delicious and moist.
This and moist.
Look at me still talking when there's science to do. God, it's been forever since I played Portal.
Oh,
think.
same. Every now and then I get the urge to replay, and I'm just like, no, I have other things to do.
That and I've already played like the ever-loving heck out of them several times.
Same. I've played.
And you're like,
I've played. To God, I've played Portal 2 probably like 10 times at least, and then Portal 1 I've played still at least that many times because it's so short. Like you can.
I've gotten
Like
into
once you know how to beat it, you can beat it in like an hour or two.
back in the day, I used to play like was it Portal 1 mods or Portal 2 mods? One of the two. I played like a bunch of like those mods way before there was like legit mod support and stuff baked into Steam, if I remember right. Back before
There's
the
there's
workshop.
like a fan game that's like technically a mod. It's a mod, but it's also a fan game. It's like actually like approved. It's like, you know, got a blessing from Valve, so you can actually get it on Steam.
I've seen a
Portal
couple
Story,
of Portal.
I think it's called.
Portal Story?
It's been forever since I played it. I don't think I
Mel
beat it
or
'cause it was
whatever?
really hard. Portal Stories.
Nice. Oh,
I think
Drawgirl
is the
says
name.
that cake, I'm assuming that last one, the blue one, was inspired by Knights of Guinevere. Rad.
Oh, I can kind of see that. Yeah.
I do see it. Very nice. I know I should be paid more. That's the disappointing thing because my boss hired another cake decorator without telling me. I was so pissed, and the thing is that I'm no longer the main cake decorator, and this lady gets paid more than I do. I hate management and hierarchy. Such bullshit.
I'm sorry. Hey, I'm just jealous that you have a job. I'm broke. I'm broke and unemployed. Someone please hire me.
Please come work at my place. We need more people.
Where do you work?
Galactic says no spoilers. I haven't watched it yet. Guinevere? If you haven't watched
It's been
Guinevere,
long. The
if you haven't watched Guinevere, get out of my chat right now and go.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
maybe wait
literally
till
only,
after the
like,
stream,
it's
but-
only, like, what, 25 minutes, if that?
It's not long.
It's really short. 'Cause it's only one episode so far.
Oh no, Kyle is
Oh,
gone.
we lost Kyle.
Oh no, I don't know whether or not he was like leaving intentionally or if he just dropped out.
He might have just dropped out. Yeah.
He might have said be right
But yeah,
back. and
I
missed it.
hope they announce more on like the next episodes and stuff of that yet, because like it's obvious they're gonna do more with it. The show's a monster hit. The
Hello.
pilot was like a monster hit. So, oh, hello Kyle, you're back. Also, where do you work? And can you hire me?
Sam's Club, and yes, I'll take anyone with a hard meat.
That might
That
be
is
a
a
little rough because I just learned how to walk again because I had the back problem where I needed the back surgery, and I've mostly recovered from that. But like,
That's okay. You don't even
It's-
need to walk. You can work the door.
This is true.
standing was also a thing that I couldn't do for longer than a few minutes before the surgery, but it's better. I am able to like actually go to the grocery store and grocery shop now. I did that last week, so I'm like, yes, I could walk a grocery store and buy food. This is amazing. I haven't been able to do this in like 2 years.
We'll,
Hey,
we'll find a
awesome.
school or something for you, please.
I guess like while we're talking about like medical conditions, I know that I have. I'm so worried about saying anything medical related because I'm just like, oh, somebody's gonna catalog this, and it's gonna become like a big old page of like facts about BitMe. One of these days, I'm gonna find it and then I'm gonna be sad.
Is there a BitMe wiki?
Yeah, does that exist? If it does,
I don't know. I'm
Immediately
not
nuke
gonna
it.
look it up.
I'll record this information and update your BlackNet profile.
that's kind of what I'm worried about. Anyway, no, actually, I do have some problems with my feet. I'm fairly certain that I'm flat-footed, and that causes
Ow.
absolutely major problems when it comes to anything related to like getting around. Not like
Ugh, that sucks.
not in a way that it's debilitating and crippling, but I can't be like standing on my feet for extended periods of time, or else I'm gonna start hurting. So
Ugh, you probably need like special shoes, right? Do you have special shoes for that?
yeah, I got special shoes. Although,
That's good.
I mean, the special shoes only do so much.
That's
At the
true.
end, the only thing that will actually fix it is going and getting the surgery.
Yeah.
And doing a surgery is not something that you want to do unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yup. I
So-
had to do it because it was absolutely necessary. We tried literally everything else over the course of 2 years that you could be done to treat degenerative disc disease, and none of it worked.
Yeah. So. So I'm doing everything that I possibly can to like work around that, as opposed to, hack into my feet.
That's fair. That's fair.
Wow, so many people in here that are talking about having flat feet.
It's almost as if it's a common condition or something.
Drawgirl's got a story here. This is the first week she was here. She didn't order. Ow. Turned out very crappy. I'm talking sloppy borders, no smoothness in the cake, horrendous handwriting. Oh my god, you sound like you are like a perfectionist of the art. I kid you not, I know handwriting with frosting's not easy, but still, make it look presentable. It's an order. I ended up making one of my coworkers hand the cake to the customer. Oh, I'm so sorry.
When are we gonna see you on like one of those like baking shows?
Yeah.
Those like baking competition shows where
Yeah,
they make like a giant statue, but it's cake.
Dino, I want you to be like, you know, I want you to be like the cake world's Gordon Ramsay. Oh, that's a flower. You're trying to make a flower there. Your petals are sloppy.
Doesn't that exist? Like, my mom used to watch this show called Cake Boss, and I never knew what it was, but I assumed that's like what it was. I assumed it was with like some Gordon Ramsay type cake maker.
Is that
Like
Cake Boss?
the boss of cakes. I don't
believe
know.
so.
I remember Cake Boss being a thing, but I never watched an episode.
I know at one point we sold a Cake Boss product. I think it was a giant cupcake, candy-filled cupcake.
Ew. Candy filled?
Yeah, I think it was like crunchy sprinkles or something. I don't know. Never really looked into it.
Maybe it's just the fact that I'm really sugared out when it comes to like Halloween candy. That sounds disgusting.
It was alright.
Muffin, oh, but yeah, Muffin is just, you know, jumping in here with confessions. I often stole stuff when working at Sam's Club. Never got caught. It's either you never got caught or they just never said anything. Oh, Galactic says, I love Cake Boss. My mom and I watch it a lot. All right. Well, then you're probably the authority that we could ask for this. Is Cake Boss very similar to like a Gordon Ramsay thing where it's really cutthroat? I must know.
If it's not, I'm gonna be disappointed.
My grandma watches shows like that all the time. Cake Boss, Face Off, that one about tattoos. Great British Bake Off. Oh, my mom really likes Great British Bake Off. Though, Great British Bake Off, I remember it's a competition thing, but it's really laid back and everybody seems like really jokey and jovial with each other. So
Because it's a British Bake Off, you know?
because it's the British Bake Off and they need to be, you know, nice and postureful or whatever the fuck.
They're very posh. They gotta have their tea and crumpets.
Ah, yes.
What Big Ben and all that.
Last day I worked, I
I
stole a whole
apologize
box
to any
of,
anyone from the UK in chat.
Yeah, I apologize. At least we're like, you know, we're on the ball when it comes to like, you know, the British offensives that we're saying. It's like tea and crumpets. Oh, I've got my, you know, my digestible, you know, my digestible, whatever the fuck. Scones. Oh, you made scones. It'd be another thing if we were just like, oh, another shrimp on the barbie or something like that. It's like entirely wrong.
Cindy from Cindyland. How'd you end up in Barbie Land? Swam across Fisherman's Pond, I did.
Galactic is saying it's not quite Gordon Ramsay, but it's definitely stressful at some moments. Okay. All right. No, I want full-on Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen with cake.
Hell's Bakery.
Oh, yeah, right. Hell's Bakery. I'm still concocting scenarios in my head with that show where it's just like, so, this is your first day cracking eggs? Cracking eggs in your, like, you know, I can taste the shell. There's shell in this?
Gee, man, I'm so glad you've never made a mistake in your life.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you know, 5-star restaurant, for, like, Gordon Ramsay, I'm sure, like, he has very high standards. And also...
Draw Girl, you should make a cartoon-themed bakery.
I think that'd be fun. Now, I'm not gonna lie.
You-
I have like every once in a while, I do have these visions of this idea of making really goofy sitcom moments, except with like baking shows and like cooking shows.
Hmm.
Just like really out there crazy shit that just doesn't happen in cooking shows ever. So I feel like this whole like, you know, Hell's Bakery thing, it's chalked up there right alongside all the other random ideas I have sitting in my head.
Man, animation is already like such work. I don't think you could do a second job with it, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, that does remind me. Oh, there's that one animation. The Bunlith animation. Have you seen that recently?
The what animation?
Here, I'm gonna scroll down here. And there's a thing currently being kickstarted right now. It's like from this person, who goes by like Botster, or like Botster or like PSX Bunlith. You might have
I've never
seen them
heard of them.
online a couple times. I don't know.
Never heard of them actually.
They are a trans content creator on the interwebs, and they've
Nice.
just recently started up a Kickstarter for their series. They're really well known for making like PlayStation 1 style cutscene looking things.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And it's really good looking stuff. And they are kickstarting an entire animated series that they're doing.
That's awesome. I wish them luck. That's really, really hard to do.
Well, they've
It's just
already
like just getting a
they've already gotten
God,
enough
just
money
getting
for
a
the first
trailer or
season.
anything. Yeah. Wow, for real? That's the animation has to be like really simple or something then.
Who took it? Dino told Snap to go home. Oh, and then brought them back.
Okay. Oh, this style of animation. Okay, so it's like these really simple, like low poly models. Yeah, this probably wouldn't be too expensive to make because you got the models are low poly, and with the 3D animation, you just make the models, and then it's just a matter of animating them. You don't have to make that many new assets like per episode. So yeah, that seems pretty feasible. That's basically how SMG4 worked. is how they were able to do
we're
that.
not talking
for, like,
about
what,
like 2D animated like frame by frame stuff or anything.
yeah.
At the
this
exact
is-
same time, like the attention to detail that they do put into the animation, he's pretty good.
Yeah,
I've been-
mouthwashing goes for like a similar kind of style. It's supposed to sort of look like a PS1 game.
Mhm. Well, specifically, Bunlith, like they've been doing like some crazy stuff, like with memes and things. Originally, this whole like Bunlith animated series thing was like a joke that they made as like a funny little meme video, and then enough people were freaking out about it that they were like, "What if we did?
That's awesome.
What if real?" And apparently now it's happening because like from here on, I guess now it's just a matter of like it's a matter of time making every single episode.
I just
Osha.
mentioned that the art style to Bunless arts, like low poly art style, was kind of similar to the art style of mouthwashing. Osha.
Yeah. Although mouthwashing, God, that was an experience.
The mouthwashing is a game. Actually, it's barely a game. It's an experience. It's an experience.
Oh, it's definitely a game. It goes through the
It
goes
does.
through the
It has
routine.
gameplay, but it's like one step above a visual novel.
I wouldn't even say. Well, I mean, yeah. Like single player linear storytelling. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely a game. I wouldn't call it a visual novel.
It's sort of in that it's some kind of halfway between. It feels like it's sort of adjacent to like It's somewhere in between like a classic Silent Hill and a visual novel to me, or something like Stanley Parable. These sort of like I don't like the term walking simulator. I never liked that. I don't think it's a very. I just think it was kind
Here's
of
the
a
thing. I would
mean
not call.
term, and then like.
I would not call mouthwashing a walking simulator or anything like that at all. Like, if you think about it, mouthwashing has got like a ton of these puzzles that you have to complete.
It's
sort
got
of like a
puzzles,
Resident
yeah.
Evil type of thing. There's even like there's sequences of like not just like puzzle solving by finding items and like mashing them together, but there's like literal puzzles that exist where you're like, you know, moving stuff around. I don't want to go into too much spoiler territory with it.
Oh yeah, like the one where you feed I won't say who, but there's a part where you feed a guy like pieces of his own body. That's pretty. It's pretty.
I feel like that's even
Pretty
going a little
messed
bit
up.
too far with it. But anyway, yeah, man, mouthwashing was like, I have not personally played it, but I've seen gameplay footage. It's like,
I was like, this is a game that doesn't actually have a lot of gameplay. I know we were just talking about it. It's just like simple puzzles and stuff, and like I'm just gonna watch playthrough of it because
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'll get that much of a different experience, to be honest. And I still think about that game's still like I just think about it occasionally. It's just like damn.
yeah. Well, I'm a freaking weenie, so
It's
I
really
don't-
messed up. But the
I
thing
don't
about
like
it is
playing
like,
the horror games.
that's the thing about it though. A lot of people say it's like, oh, this is like the scariest horror game ever. It's like I don't even see it as that much of a horror game. I see it as it's a really, really messed up tragedy, is what it is.
I mean, it is, but it's definitely like psychological horror.
It's psychological, it's horrific, but is it psychological horror? Like that's one of the interesting things I find about it, is it's like is something that's horrible, horrific, and psychological, is that psychological horror? Is this just like this is just really messed up stuff happening to these people with like one guy that's especially messed up, and oh geez, it's
I guess
Like-
I'd need to know more about the medium to like accurately answer that question, which I don't. So, Draw Girl says, next 2 months are going to be hell for me. I'm taking November. I'm talking November and December. Oh, I could imagine. Yeah,
oh, I'm so sorry.
the holidays. You. Then also, Comfy says, I gotta go. Thanks for the kind words. Thank you for coming in, Comfy. I appreciate that very much. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Oh yeah, see you later.
A tier in my game tier list. And you know what's funny? Like, something like that can be in the A tier list, and yet the engine itself that the game is based off of, if I remember correctly, it's like, I think it's completely freeware, and like anybody could make a game in that. Or either that, or it's like really cheap and really like bare bones. So like, and I've seen many people making games in that particular engine, trying to like ride the wave of like
Which engine?
crazy PS1 looking video games that like
Which
lean
engine?
into horror.
Which engine?
I don't remember what the engine is called, but like it's the one that mouthwashing is run on, because like I've seen
Let me look it
several
up.
video games that have that exact same the exact same look and feel and like mechanics. But like the difference
It's a Unity
the difference is that like hand, what are you doing? Anyway,
Mouthwashing was made in Unity.
oh, was it made in Unity?
So I guess you're talking more about like just the aesthetic.
I think it's aesthetic, yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, that like low poly aesthetic and art style has gotten like really big in the past several years, just because it's kind of like just the 3D answer to pixel art. It's not hard to, it's pretty simple and not hard to make, and it works as a really stylish, like appealing style for like a lower budget game.
Mhm.
You want to know about an engine that is weirdly, I don't want to say unpopular, underutilized, yet somehow responsible for some of the best games in the industry. Autodesk Stingray.
I've never heard of that.
I have to
What
look this up.
Helldivers is, it's what Helldivers is running off of.
Interesting. I didn't even know Autodesk made an engine. I only know them for Maya.
Oh. It used to be called Bit Squid.
Interesting. Did
Bit
Autodesk
Squid was
like acquire
retooled
it, or
into
was it
Autodesk
like actually
Stingray.
made by them? Was it like how
integrated
Adobe...
with the company's game development toolchain, including 3ds Maya, 3ds Max, Maya, Mudbox, and Maya LT.
Interesting. So I guess it's
Ooh,
like
hey,
makes
okay.
it works really well with Maya.
I found a list of games that use it.
Yes.
Let's see. Cobalt? Wait, is this the Cobalt I'm thinking about? No, it's something different. Let's see. Anything that I recognize here?
Raider? Helldivers?
There's Helldivers. Very nice. Magica,
Magic,
Wizard
that's that.
Wars. Yeah, I know that one. Magica
That
2.
checks out.
Oh, the Showdown effect. Awkward. Anyway.
Vermintide,
Oh, Warhammer Vermintide.
Vermintide 2, Dark
Hey.
Tide.
Okay. That's kind of neat. Okay, so it's legit. Used in a lot of really good stuff. Oh, Galactic is working on a painting of Hornet that's taken 6 hours. Very interesting. I'm not sure how you could, like, send that over to me for me to see it. But I don't know. What is you guys' opinions on Nicktoons Unite? I have
I've never played it.
never played it.
This is the first
I don't
time
have,
I've heard
like-
of it.
I don't have a drive to play it personally.
Just hearing the name, I have no strong opinions either way.
OSHA says
Games are hella underrated is the Nicktoons Smash Lakes. What's it called? Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Those games are very good.
Is that game, like, is its server still up, I'm wondering?
It's still up.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just, like,
right.
a
They
really,
advertised that they were making... Dude, I remember. So they said Nicktoons All-Star Brawl, and, like, they were pushing the ever-loving heck out of it. And then they announced that they were making a Nicktoons All-Star Brawl 2. Did that ever happen?
Yeah, it's because the first one didn't do. They basically, the publisher forced them because the problem is the publisher is just a piece of ass. Their publisher forced them to push it out like way too soon, like basically before it was finished. Like the game was functional, but it was missing a ton of stuff that like should have been in the game to begin with, including voice acting. Like the game didn't even have voice acting on launch, which was ridiculous. And so it was missing a ton of features it should have had. And by the time they were able to like get a decent amount of features and like people had just moved on, so they're like, okay, we'll do a sequel and we'll make it better. And they did, and the sequel is really, really good, but like people don't pay attention to it because they just remember like how bad the launch of the first one was.
Yeah, that'll happen, unfortunately. Oh, Galactica's posted it over in the art channel. Ooh, very nice. Oh, you use like you got a blue
nice.
light picture of that one. That's nice. I like. That's pretty.
Yeah, like genuinely really good. If you like the idea of Nickelodeon Super Smash Brothers, get Nickel Star Brawl 2. It's actually a lot of fun. It's really good.
Nice. I think I remember.
I can main my boy Zim and Plankton. I'm so happy about this.
Hey, that's a bonus.
Yo, God, Horrible Hornets mentioned. Did you see? Oh my God, they actually came out with a new like movie. Basically, it's a mini series, but like it's basically a movie. It's more like a movie now. I guess as it was coming out, it was more of a mini series because not all the parts got released at once. But yeah, so. They made they did it. So a couple of years ago, they did a Kickstarter for, I think it was a book. Yeah, it was like a book to that was the making of Marble Hornets as a book, and I missed the chance to pledge to that, and I'm really upset about it. So I'm wondering if I can get a copy from someone else or like a PDF or something because I really want to read it. But yeah, so that when they were doing that Kickstarter, one of their stretch goals was they do like a new miniseries in the Marble Hornets as that's like an alternate timeline story. It's like an Elseworld tale for Marble Hornets, and they did it, and they released that this year. It was from the whole thing's out now. It's called Marble Hornets Rosswood. It's an alternate universe story where Tim was never a part of the original student film that Alex made. So it's about Jay and Alex on a totally different timeline. It's like how completely different their lives were. And then they're making, so in this other timeline they're like making a web show, and they decide to do one about in their web show they decide to do like an investigation of Rosswood Hospital, which was the mental hospital where Tim stayed at when he was a kid. And like in this universe it's implied that, or in this timeline it's implied that Tim as a kid like ran away from the Rosswood Hospital and then just never returned, and that's why he's not in the that's why he was never in the film, and that's why this is an alternate timeline. And so it's so crazy because they go and stay in the, so they decide to do they go and stay in the abandoned hospital like overnight, and just, oh my god, it's so freaking crazy. It's even more intense than like a lot of even some of the main series Marble Hornets. It's so good. It's like, this is what as much as kind of fun as that movie is. So there's a Marble Hornets movie that was made by I don't know who made it. But the actual creators weren't involved. It was just like some studio was like, hey, we want to make a Marble Hornets movie. Do you want to be involved? And they're like, no, not really. I don't know, for whatever reason they didn't. But it's really bad. It's called Always Watching Marble Hornet Story. Sorry, I'm just going on about my little hyperfixation here. But anyway, that movie's really bad, even though it has Doug Jones as Slender Man, which is about the most base thing ever. I am so sad that the movie with Doug Jones as Slender Man is bad, and that's based on Marble Hornets. Even that's a crime. How is that a thing? Anyway, Marble Hornets Rosswood, which is the new miniseries that's like an alternate universe story of Marble Hornets. It's on their channel. It's 5 parts. It's basically a movie. It's like an hour and a half. Watch it. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm currently as you were talking, I was looking around for information on Marble Hornets just to get my head around what the heck that is.
It's OG analog horror. It's the OG Slender Man series. It's the OG analog horror. So many, literally, it's ridiculously influential. You'd think a thing that started on YouTube, made by just a bunch of college students in 2009, wouldn't end up being one of the most influential things in the entire horror genre from the 2010s onward. But yeah, it's you watch Marble Hornets and realize this was made in they started making it in 2009. The series, original series, ran from 2009 to 2014, 2015, something like that. And you just realize this is where all of the stuff you see in modern horror, especially analog horror, came from. The monsters distorting the equipment and making all the all the distortion in the equipment, all the found footage stuff. It's just it's all Marble Hornets. It all came from Marble Hornets. It's so I'm sorry, I've just been a big fan of that series for a really, really, really long time.
You're about 1/6 of the way from going full Pepe Sylvia. It's all connected.
It is all connected.
Because I went and I took a look at
the Always Watching movie is ass, and it's the saddest thing ever because they cast Doug freaking Jones, the guy who's all of he's the monster in all of the Guillermo del Toro monster movies. Just look up Doug Jones. You'd be you would never recognize him as the guy because he's always in that's his thing. He's always in this crazy monster makeup. So he's all of these monsters. So he plays like all of these movie monsters, and you never know it's him because he's in all of this crazy makeup. But
I
yeah,
recognize the
he's
name Doug
awesome
Jones,
for that. I
but
love him
like
for that.
I'm sure he's
But
been in like enough things that he's just like, you know, synonymous with a lot of different movies and a lot of
he's
different things.
iconic. He's so cool. He's like one of my favorite musicians. Even wrote a song about him. Because I think they were friends or he met him one time and he's just like, you're such an interesting person. I want to write a song about you. Oh,
Hey.
so that song is it's by Aurelio Voltaire. It's called The Devil and Mr. Jones. It's really good. Literally just a song about Doug Jones.
Taking a look at his IMDb, like he's been, not only has he been in so many freaking movies, aka 188 according to this, like, but also dude's been working super hard recently. Like he's been in so many movies within the past 3 years. Holy shit.
He's just truly a guy who loves what he does.
Well, I need to clear IMDb in my cookies. There we go. Well, you still not okay with that? All right, fine. Hold on. Work, damn you. Here, what other movies would I like recognize him for? He was in Hocus Pocus 2.
One of his first ones was if you've ever seen Hocus Pocus, he's a zombie dude in that.
He's a voice actor too. Jesus freaking Christ.
Yep.
Maybe that's where I remember hearing his name.
Yeah, he's like one of the. I think is he the monster with the eyes in the hands in Pan's Labyrinth? He's one of the monsters in Pan's Labyrinth.
Yes.
I think he's the one.
I saw that on his discography here.
Yeah, so he's that. He's been in all of the Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy movies as Abe Sapien, and then he played he's played 3 fishmen in 3 Guillermo del Toro movies, 2 different fishmen in 3 different Guillermo del Toro movies, which is so both the Hellboys and where he's Abe, and then Shape of Water where he's the fish guy.
Guys.
He's also been, and like I said, he's Slenderman in the terrible Marble Hornets movie. What else?
Guys. He was the Bye-Bye Man.
He was the Silver Surfer. I forgot about that.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my gosh.
I was just gonna say he was apparently the Bye-Bye Man. Which is funny because like I can't think of that movie without thinking about all of the memes. Have you ever seen that one, like the I think it's like a Photoshop of the poster where it says just like you won't be laughing after he gets you, and then like it says that the name of the movie is The Pee Pee Poo Poo Man.
I think I have seen that actually.
And I'm just like, yeah, I can't take that movie seriously anymore.
Yeah, no, that's a super schlocky horror movie, but like he's in that sometimes. Like he's either in like actually like good movies, usually often by Guillermo del Toro, like Boy and Shape of Water, or he's in just like really weird schlock horror like that, or the Marble Hornets movie, or just he was in Hocus Pocus was like one of his. Yeah, that was really early on for him. His first movie role was 1987.
It said that he was in Hocus Pocus, but also he was in Hocus Pocus 2 as well. So like,
he was?
Like it says on his IMDb that I guess he must have reprised a role, or like maybe he was one of the. He
must have, yeah.
Maybe he was one of the other monsters.
He was a zombie in Hocus Pocus. God, it's been forever since I've seen Hocus Pocus, and I haven't seen Hocus Pocus 2. Everyone tells me it's terrible. Like it shouldn't have been made. It only got made because people like this movie the Hocus Pocus is just like a Halloween classic that everyone loves, so they made a sequel even though it didn't
just make
need
another
to have
one. Capitalism asks for it.
We didn't
and
need
also,
another one.
Super Sci-Fi
guys.
says sup. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
I'm scrolling through more of his discography just to see if I can find anything else. Oh, he was in Men in Black 2. No shit, he would be in Men in Black 2. That makes sense.
No, of course he was. Of course. He was in. Oh, of course he was in Tales from the Crypt.
He was in Batman Returns as Thin Clown.
Yeah. He was in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That checks out.
He was in the Weird Al show.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. Oh, how many people even know what the Weird Al show is?
I've heard of it.
He was also in Kenan and Kel as the
Wait, he was
head
in
waiter.
Fallout Nuka Break. No way.
What?
It was an old, like, it was like back in the old days, before the, like, 15 years before the Fallout TV show, there was a YouTube series, like a fan film series, called Fallout Nuka Break. That was basically the Fallout TV show, like 15 years before they actually made the real one. And that was one of my jams back in like 2011. So
interesting. Here's another brain destroyer. He was in the music video for Smash Mouth's All Star.
I tell you, this man is the GOAT.
What a rabbit hole! This is fun.
He is amazing. We love you, Doug Jones.
Heck yeah, boy. Heck yeah. He was in the Doom movie. Well, again, you can't win them all.
Can't win them all.
That's wild. Which D-list superhero guy was he?
The Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he was a Silver Surfer. That actually has an answer. Bro's just down to be in anything. Dude, if you can get work, man.
Yeah, clearly that's a sign of an actor who is just like, he just loves to act. He's like, he doesn't care what he's in. He's just like, this movie is just a total piece of crap. I don't care. I'm gonna be in it. I'm gonna have fun doing my job.
Mm-hmm. I can vibe with that, really. What the fuck? McDonald Land?
What?
He was Mac tonight.
What?
He was Mac
Are
tonight.
You serious? Are you serious?
Yes. Right here on my screen, McDonald Land TV series Mac Tonight is what he was.
I'm looking this up. Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god. My worldview has been irrevocably changed. I am not the same person I was before I knew this information.
Holy shit. Have you ever been flashbanged by a meme? That happened today.
No, that's incredible.
Ooh, having barbecue chicken.
As a vaporwave aficionado and a massive Doug Jones fan, I just feel like the two planets in my head have just collided and exploded with each other.
Hold on. Some of you might not know this by their name. I need to bring up like an image. Hold the phone.
This picture on Google is amazing. Of him with the Mac Tonight head. I have to share this.
Oh yeah, I do.
Look at him with his dorky curly hair. This had to be like the 80s, right?
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna look at it real quick.
Yeah, it's late
where'd
80s.
you post it? Image share?
Image share.
Oh, that's great. Oh, sorry. I'm
That's
really
beautiful.
pulled back here. Holy fuck. Yeah, there he is.
Beautiful. Incredible.
I'm trying to find like a real good picture of like Mac Tonight to like put on the screen here. You know what? Screw it. This one will do. There we go. Anyway, yeah. If nobody knows what I'm talking about, dang it, sizing up wrong thing here. There. That's Mac tonight. He's Moon Man.
I feel like even though that's an old commercial, I feel like a lot of like younger people today still know what that is just because of the internet. It's just one
Right.
of those things that the internet loves and just like refuses to let fade into obscurity.
Dude, there are so many things that like I remember learning from holy shit, sexy Moon Man, says freaking Dino.
He was honest, like legitimately though, if some friends of mine were talking about that and they like, and we were like, yeah, we were talking about them like, no, for real, this dude was like an object head awakening for so many like people who were into object heads. Which is like, no, I get it. I get it.
Hold on, I saw a funny little clip.
Here's the question. Here's the question of the millennium: is Mac Tonight actually the first Tumblr sexy man?
Good question. Oh man.
I'd say he's a candidate.
I'm trying to remember the first time I
I
even
feel
saw
like
Mac
it's got to be either him or Jack Skellington.
I mean, I kind of leaned a little bit towards Jack Skellington. Mac Tonight just seems a little bit like, it's not obscure, but it just seems like the sideways option, I guess is the good way to put it.
Yeah, I'm thinking just more of like, as how far back can you go with like this trope?
Oh,
I guess you can go
yeah,
back
right.
like way farther than that, but like in terms of like
absolutely,
popular media, like modern popular media, I guess. Though speaking of Jack Skellington, I was hoping I'd get a chance to talk about this. Bit, do you know what Twisted Wonderland is? I'm guessing not, but I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna look
ask.
this up. Twisted Wonderland. Huh. Okay, well I found the website for it. What the heck is this?
So what it is, it's a game. Well, it's a game, but it's also I guess it's a franchise because it started with a game and now there's also a manga and now as of very, very recently an anime. The anime is like currently airing, or streaming rather. It's a Disney Plus original. But yeah, so it is a anime Japanese franchise about basically a world where the Disney villains are like they rule this world instead of like the heroes ruling the world. It's the Disney villains, and this is all official. This is like an official Disney thing. It's just like made by like Disney Japan or whatever.
Okay.
It's just like based out of Japan. And they got like a really popular manga artist to like do all the character designs. So it's in this world, like all the Disney villains are like the ones that are in charge, and 7 of them, the Queen of Hearts. Let me try and remember which 7 it was. It's the Queen of Hearts, Scar from the Lion King, Ursula, Jafar, the evil queen from Snow White, Hades, and Maleficent. They are the founders of a magic school called Night Raven College. And this magic school has like Hogwarts style houses for each of the founders of the school. So there's like there's like the Queen of Hearts' house, there's the Ursula's house, there's Scar's house, the et cetera, et cetera. And so the series is about students of this school. So all of the students that are in each of the like houses are all based on those different characters. So like let me show you an example. So here's like the main guy for and it's like let's see if I can get it's so hard to get pictures off a wiki on mobile. I hate it. But like so here's like the main guy for the Queen of Hearts' house. Riddle Rose Hearts is like the main guy for that. I'll get my pill after in a minute, okay?
Princely Porcely Bastard. I like him.
Yeah, he's very like uppity because the Queen of Hearts was all about like very strict and about rules. So he's like a very like he's like the strict hall monitor type almost. Uh and then there's my favorites are the boys in the it's all dudes, by the way. It's like all cool anime dudes instead of being
Uh-huh.
like, so you know how a lot of games are just like, oh, like waifu collectors and you have like all of these like cool hot anime girls. This is just the inverse of that. It's all guys.
Right, it's
So
husband.
so if you're super gay like me, and you're really really into it. But yeah, so here is one of my favorites. Uh, this is Azul Achengrotto from the Octinavel house, which is Ursula's house. So he's all into like making deals and contracts, because that was her
Okay.
thing.
All right, hold up. I need to refresh my brain for a second. So, you are your favorite character is a character that is in Ursula's place, who is an undersea
Mhm.
creature that is very tentacly and very like Cthulian-esque, if like in its most roundabout way.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular character is, has a little bit of purple as like an aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
and they enjoy making contracts.
I am nothing if not very predictable in my tastes.
This is my
almost
surprise
like I have very
face.
specific tastes, and it's almost like I have very specific tastes or something. But why I'm talking about this is, we mentioned Jack Skellington. I did not know about him until recently. I think he was only added like last year or the year before. The picture on the wiki kind of sucks. Let me get a better one. So there is not only a Jack Skellington guy. Let me get a good picture of him, because he actually is kind of, he kind of fucks actually. This dude is so. I am so digging his vibe. He's like,
Here, let me put up Z-Sil's like personal favorite. There we go. Hello, friend.
so this is the he's in universe. He is a Jack Skellington fanboy, and that's why he dresses like this. Like, he literally just goes around and talks about how awesome Jack Skellington is, and tries to make people celebrate Halloween who don't celebrate it. So this guy is Scully J. Graves. He's just a Jack Skellington fanboy, which I
All right,
love.
let me
I
drop
think
this
that's really
guy
funny.
onto the desktop here. I see it. I definitely see it, for sure. What's that thing like? Hold on a second. I need to zoom in on the head real quick. He's almost got like a head of thorns.
Oh, this must have been from his card. Oh, this is from his card art. This is really cool of the Jack Skellington and his anime fanboy counterpart.
Now, I
It's
was
really
asking
cool.
what's wrong with my hand. I don't know why my right hand is having problems right now. Like, for some reason, I think it's like something in front of me is like taking over as my right hand, and like the tracker does not have any idea what's going on.
Pretty boy indeed. I saw someone on Twitter basically call this Twisted Wonderland, like, as a whole, like the yassification of Disney characters or Disney villains, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much literally what it is.
Ah.
But here's why I'm talking about this. It's not just Jack Skellington.
Here.
This is why I've
Let me pull up this image as well. Good lord. I don't know. I'm getting like weird vibes of like Joker from Persona, actually.
He does kind of have a little bit of Joker energy now that you mention it. Actually,
I think it's
can
just like
see it,
the angularness and his build.
Yeah. He's also got he's got the kind of mask thing going on. It's not like a mask. It's like the
Oh
like the
yeah,
glasses.
the mask is
yeah,
probably
and the
doing a lot.
and the
Yeah.
and the like the smirk. It's like very much like when Joker like first puts on the mask and gets and I kind of see that. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so why I'm rambling about this is not just because the anime just came out and I really like the anime. If you think this concept is cool and cool hot anime dudes based on Disney villains, please go check out Twisted Wonderland. It's really sick. And so why I'm excited about this is it's not just for all of the reasons that I mentioned, but why now I'm like probably gonna end up drowning headfirst into this franchise is because so they added the Jack Skellington guy. They just announced less than a day ago. Let me get his picture. Less than a day ago, they announced for an upcoming Christmas event in the game. An Oogie Boogie guy. And oh my god. He is perfect.
Give me a moment. I hate my mouse. There we go. I'm moving layers around. Dang it.
This dude already has so much fan art. I was just like, I spent like several hours today just like looking through Twitter, looking for fan art of him. We don't even know his name yet. He's just based on Oogie Boogie, and he's probably gonna end up being a rival to Scully, the Jack Skellington fanboy, because that logically makes the most sense. But I love him because one of my friends says this is literally just Alex Brightman. And I've been seeing some of the Twitter comments and replies have been saying he does give off Beetlejuice energy. So it's like they're on the similar wavelength there. I see it. It's not that crazy. I see the vision. I see I see
I
what
love
they're
him,
going
Your
for.
Honor.
Yes. And it's just like he's clearly like, so you noticed a lot of the Twisted Wonder canon characters are like very preppy, kind of posh pretty boys, you know. But then so this guy is just like this scraggly looking, like people are calling him like a hot uncle. So he's like kind of an older, kind of scraggly, like kind of looking guy, and that's like that's the good stuff. It's like,
you know, like I'm getting like major. Have you ever seen like, you know, a whole bunch of the art people draw for like Epic Musical?
Yes, I have seen some of that.
Something about this guy's character and like the way that his art looks, it feels like he would be right alongside those characters. And,
I can
like,
see that.
I feel like he would be one of the scumbags on the ship.
I know, that's what I love. He looks like a gambling scumbag, and it's like, that's perfect. That's just what you want for Oogie Boogie.
Very neat. Dino says, want to bite. No. Do not take a chomp out on, you know, Mr. Zomboid.
Muffin Snakes, you are so right. It is Aura farmers. They are all Aura farmers.
Very true, yes.
It's true. Carl Muffin, I'm officially hooked. Gonna have to start watching this. Yes, I got one.
I'm not massively into anime, but like, this is definitely interesting. I mean, like, Disney plus anime. The last time I saw that was Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, it's like, I think that's what's kind of interesting about it, because you don't get that kind of collaboration that often. Like, when's the last time we got like a Disney collaborating with like anything anime or anything in Japan? It was like Kingdom Hearts. So this was also kind of new and unprecedented. And what I love about it is, again, what's like, they could have just, if they wanted to print money, they could have just gone the easy route and, like I said, like just done the same thing but like with anime girls, and like made it another like one of the millions of gacha games that has just like the hot anime girls, like how I love Uma Musume, but that's what it is. It's like all of these like historical famous racehorses just turned into anime girls. And
already
so of
done.
course that prints money.
Already done. Been there. Market's
It's
cornered.
Exactly. The market's quartered on all that. So you know what Disney said? No, we're not going to do a waifu collector. We're going to do a husbando collector. We're going to get a manga artist who made a really popular. I think the artist. What manga did she do? I don't remember it. Yana Toboso. What was she known for? She was like some. I know she's a popular manga artist, but I don't know what was the manga that she was Black Butler. Black Butler was the manga that she was famous for.
Oh my Jesus. Now, okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I don't know a heck of a lot about Black Butler, but I know enough.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, they said no, we're gonna do a husbando collector, and we're gonna do like what all these things like like Azure Lane and Kantai Collection, where they just take a thing and make cool sexy anime girls based on it. We're gonna do that, but we're making it make cool sexy anime guys, and it's gonna be and I'm just so glad it exists because we don't have enough of that. We really don't. It's not. It's a stupid double standard. It's just like we have all this stuff where we get all because it's like they figure the market is like it's all just like straight guys and they want the pretty girls and all that, but every so often you gotta pander to the women and the gays,
right?
Because we got just as much money.
Well, every once in a while there's
there's
like a pocket of Disney that has not been like overseen by like upper corporate being like, no, get the gay out of our company.
And that's the funny thing though. Disney is like the LGBT community loves Disney. And that's why artists at Disney have been trying to get LGBT stuff in the show for so long. Like look at the Owl House.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dana basically got forced with like either we don't have the gays, like this isn't like not this allegedly, like they gotta say allegedly this is what happened, but Dana was like the situation allegedly was that either Dana got a full season of the show, of a full third season of the Owl House, or but if she did that she would have to cut out the Amity and Luz being a lesbian couple or bisexual WLW couple because Luz is bi. But yeah, and so she went with I'm just gonna have my short little like it's not really a full. They didn't really get a full third season. It just got like a couple of like it was like 3-hour-long episodes or something. I haven't finished Owl House yet, but yeah, it was like that or. If that's what it takes to get my representation, then yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yes, what are you gonna do in a situation like that?
Good on her. And now she's taking that frustration out with Disney out on Knights of Guinevere, which is funny.
Evil.
So,
that's a tenet that I can live on.
Though I do feel it is a little reductive to say that that's all that Knights of Guinevere are about. It's clearly not. Like that's just one aspect of it. Yeah.
Well, what's funny is that like people have talked about Knights of Guinevere and that like it's not just about hating on Disney, which I mean it absolutely does. It's just been like, yeah, it's a corporate entity that like sucks the souls out of everybody and pollutes the land. Like yeah. But like it's also there were a lot of different parts of Knights of Guinevere that was talking about like whether you like it or not, this is a part of you. You grew up with it. It's something that you kind of have to live with from here on forward. It
looks at both the good and the bad sides, which is what I really like about it. Because clearly Dana, it's not like she completely hated working at Disney. She loved working on Owl House, and that's what like frustrated her is that like she couldn't make it the best that she wanted it to be because there were elements of Disney that were getting in the way. So it's about how like it's about both the good and the bad of something like Disney, which I really like, and makes me more excited for like where the series goes. But yeah, what was I saying?
Hear me out on Princess Guinevere. Do we need to hear me out on that?
No, there's already video essays talking about this, about like how in universe clearly Guinevere is designed to be like both like appealing, beautiful princess to kids and like hot, sexy princess for the adults. Like in universe, like that's actually the intent by the company. I forget what the not Disney company. I forget what it's called in universe.
Osha says,
but
I'm
yeah, that's
not
like-
really that much into Knights of Guinevere yet.
Oh, wait till
You
it's got a
know.
couple episodes. It's
You
gonna get even more. It's gonna get even more of a chokehold on the internet.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the first time I've ever heard of Knights of Guinevere.
Oh. Well,
Really?
Do you know the Owl House?
I've heard the name thrown around. I don't know anything about it.
Ah.
Owl House was a cartoon on Disney made by Dana Terrace, who worked on Gravity Falls and she was like a major figure on Gravity Falls, like probably only second to Alex himself. Not surprising, they were actually dating for a while. They're not still together, but they were dating for a while, which that makes sense. But yeah, she was like a major player in Gravity Falls. She's a major player in DuckTales 2017. For y'all who watched and remember that, you should. It was great. Love DuckTales 2017. And then yeah, after both those shows, Disney was like, okay, you make a show, you make us a show, and so she made the Owl House. And like I said, she wanted to have a longer season 3 that did a better job of wrapping up all of the loose ends in the show. But Disney was like, that again, allegedly, the folks at Disney did not like the fact that the main female character had a female love interest, Amity. So that supposedly caused the show to the season 3 to only be like 3 hour-long episodes or something like that.
And so, that wrapped up, and then Dana moved on from that to move up to a different company that goes by the name of Glitch, which you might know them as the people that have made such things as The Amazing Digital Circus and
Murder Drones and what's the other one?
Murder Drones,
Gaslight District.
Gaslight District. Yeah, which is like really early on in development.
That still hasn't gone past the pilot yet either.
Right. Glitch Productions is moving into doing more 2D animation instead of just all 3D.
Knights of Guinevere is their first 2D show.
Yep, and it's being headed by somebody who is like basically perfect for the job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gone from Disney to Glitch, moving up in the world.
For her, she felt like it was moving up because it's like Glitch will just let her do whatever she wants.
Yeah,
which is good. That's why we need companies like Glitch.
And
I've watched and I've watched the pilot for Knights of Guinevere, and like, oh, this is very far from anything that would come from the mouse for sure.
Oh yeah, it's like a legit serious like sci-fi too. Like it's got some really interesting in college I took a literature class that was classics of science fiction, and a lot of the classical elements of science fiction that we studied in that class really it got me thinking about that again. It's like this is like a really like hard science fiction series that's it's as serious as any sort of it's like the care of any other like major like serious sci-fi that you can think of. It's like it feels like it's on that level, or that's what it's trying to be, and it's really cool. And I'm so glad we have this. This is normally the kind of thing you only see in like live action movies, or if it's in an animated space, it might be just like some manga, because the Western animation doesn't do this stuff normally.
Yeah, the thing that I usually try to like describe Knights of Guinevere about is like basically it's if Disney lived in basically a cyberpunk dystopia. Is the best way to put it. Like, and Disney and Disney World is living on a gigantic floating island that hovers over everything. Meanwhile, everything below it is the actual dystopia part. And that's where all the crime and terrible things happen.
It's like in the future, there's a company that is basically Disney, and they own a planet called Park Planet, because it is literally based around the entire purpose of the planet is a floating theme park. That's then like a giant floating island in the sky, and everything else on the surface of the planet exists solely to keep this theme park going. This like basically Disney World going. And so everything is so while the park is, you know, the happiest place in the universe, the people living on the planet and helping to keep the park going, the thing shit kind of sucks for them, and they're
Anybody else
getting like
Final Fantasy
poisoning
VII
that's causing
vibes?
their blood
I'm
to
getting
turn
Final
blue.
Fantasy
And
VII vibes.
it's a little bit, yeah. Now that, actually,
Yeah,
yeah, now that you mention it, kind of, yeah. Also,
I'm kinda
super
getting those
sci-fi.
vibes.
I wanted to reply to your comment that said, "You love DuckTales 2017 is blue for how to do a good reboot." Yes, this. Yes, this.
Ooh, yeah. Sun God brings up Lackadaisy. Heck yeah, man.
Yep, they're helping with the funding for Lackadaisy.
Which is
So it's
super
not. So
cool.
Lackadaisy's like not like a glitch show. It's just like Glitch is like a publisher, I guess. They're just like.
Yeah, they're
It-
like, you guys know
it's
what you're
not.
doing.
People aren't.
Here's a
I don't
sack of
think you
money.
can. Yeah, it's just like here's a sack of money. We're helping with the production, but we're not. It's not actually like technically a Glitch show. It's just, you know, maybe you could call Glitch like a publisher or something.
Blank check, make shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I'm just like, where the hell does Glitch get all this money? How do they get all this money?
Drugs, maybe.
I
Glitch
swear,
is currently looking for a senior 2D rough animator if ever anyone's interested. Yeah, I can't do that.
CD rough 2D anime. Oh my god, I don't think I'd
That's a
my
lot of
portfolio's my portfolio's too out of date. I haven't really updated my portfolio since I got out of college, so it's probably not good enough anyway, even if it was like up to date. But yeah, what was I saying?
Like,
Yeah,
man,
DuckTales
big,
2017 is great. We need that's how you do a reboot. It proves that reboots can be good.
mhm.
And
A reboot from Disney of all things too.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's because like the people coming out and working on that were like the people who were coming out of like that early 2010s Disney TV Renaissance with, you know, Phineas and Ferb had kind of wrapped up at that point, but like, you know, people coming off of Phineas and Ferb, there was Gravity Falls, obviously. There were other really good shows around that time, like nobody ever talks about Randy Cunningham. Nobody ever talks about my boy Randy Cunningham, but you should. It's a great show. Randy Cunningham, Ninth Grade Ninja, my beloved. I love this show so much. It ended on a cliffhanger that will haunt me until the day I die. I literally have recurring dreams about the cliffhanger ending of this series. That's how much it haunts me. I want to know what was gonna happen so bad.
So first of
Wander
all,
Over Yonder.
I went and looked up Randy Cunningham. And like, yeah, I see it. 6.7 out of 10. That's unfortunate.
That is
like
wrong.
an IMDb score.
That is wrong, sir. That is wrong. It is so much better than that. It's so good.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of Randy Cunningham for sure. Also,
the character design. Guess who did the character designs? This is what got me to watch it back in the day, and I'm like, I watched it for this reason and stayed just because it was amazing. The show itself was fantastic. The character designs are by Jonan Vasquez.
Holy shit!
Yep. And it's like,
Wow.
it's got his like, I love that he like, and he talked about this when he like did blog posts and stuff talking about doing designs for the show. He's like, I wanted it to feel like my style, but also for it not to feel like something I've done before. So I wanted the show to still like be like my character designs, but for it to still have its own like unique style and identity. So you can, and I really like that. So it doesn't like look like Invader Zim. It doesn't look like other stuff he's done in the past, but you can still like, if you really look at it, you can see it does have that Jonan vibe, and that's what's really cool about it.
Also,
yeah.
I wanted to say as a side, I looked up Randy Cunningham, and one of the first, you know, like the sidebar that like gives you information about stuff on the sidebar. Instead of getting Randy Cunningham, I got information for Duke Cunningham, former U.S. House of Representative members convicted and sentenced for conspiracy to commit bribery, mail fraud, wire fraud, and tax evasion.
Wow.
Oh, hold on a second. His full name is Randall Harold Cunningham. There we go. That's why his nickname is
Isn't-
Duke.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's unfortunate because the purpose of the name was like we wanted to have the character have like a really like common like normal name. But I think they got like a name that was like too normal and common because when you Google it, the show isn't necessarily the first thing that comes up.
Doesn't it hurt when that happens? I've had that a
Yeah.
couple of times for a couple things that I've gone and looked up, where I'm just like, no, that's not. No, the other thing. No, the other thing.
Yeah.
And you have to put on so many different qualifiers before you finally get what you're looking for.
Yep. But also the three reasons I say to watch Randy Cunningham is one, just because it's fantastic, like shockingly fantastic. Like but like you read the premise uh and the title, you're like, this doesn't sound particularly engaging. So it's a billion times better than it has any right to be. It's genuinely great. And again, the cliffhanger ending will haunt me for the rest of my life. The Jonah Vasquez did the character designs, and the main character is voiced by none other than Ben Schwartz,
Oh,
the current voice of the movie Sonic.
Nice.
The movie Sonic, yeah. So, and I love him. That's like how I became a fan of his, and that's like when I find out when I remember when he was announced to play Sonic in the movies. I'm like, is Randy Cunningham as Sonic?
I wonder what else has Ben
Some-
Schwartz done? Because I'm sure there's some other stuff that I remember Ben
A
Schwartz.
billion things. He's been in so many things.
Let's see.
Uh,
Oh, Parks and Recreation. Yeah.
Parks and Rec is the big one. Yeah.
That's a giant one.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on Invincible. Cool. Baby Shark.
That's random.
I don't know.
Super Sci-Fi says I feel like about Glitch and their infinite money is I feel like some of the money came from SNG4, aka the brother of the guy named Kevin who owns Glitch. Yeah, I know about SNG4. Been on YouTube since like 2011. Funny Fario crap. Yeah, he is. SMG4 is actually finally ending after like 16 years or something like that at the end of this year, which is crazy. Like, I'm amazed it went on this long, to be perfectly honest. But I don't know. I don't know if it was just. I don't feel like it. I feel like it couldn't have been just SMG4 because for one thing, SMG4 uses a lot of copyrighted characters, and even though they can like make merch and stuff of like the original characters, I just feel like a Machinima series that is that heavily tied to like copyrighted characters and content, especially Nintendo stuff. And you know how draconian Nintendo is about that sort of thing. I feel like that had to have been that couldn't have been the main thing. I'm not going to say it was not a factor at all. I'm sure it was, but I would be shocked to hear if it was actually like mostly SMG4 that caused basically. Like, I feel like it had to be SMG4 and then like something else. Like there has to be something else involved. There's got to be investors or some other
Right.
people that are like, you know.
My guess is like secret investors or
like
something similar.
The brothers who made SMG4, like we're like, we do this Machinima series and we have all these like 3D artists and animators for that, and we want to, go and use this basis that we built doing that to go and do like actual original animation independently, and then they got somebody interested who was willing to fund that, and that's how we got that. But
Mhm.
that's my theory anyway.
I don't know. I'm not going to question anything too hardcore until like a horrible scandal comes out
Yeah.
where it turns out that like they're connected to the cartel. And then we're just going to be like, oopsie doopsie.
Super Sci-Fi says he's also Dewey Duck in DuckTales 2017 and Leonardo Rise of TMNT. That's true. He was Dewey in DuckTales 17. I've not seen Rise of TMNT, but I did hear about him being Leonardo, and yeah, he is in Leonardo in a TMNT series. I guess it was that one.
They should have made Mr. Weapons and Mr. Puzzles kiss. I don't know either of these characters.
Well, I know the
but
VA.
whatever you say.
Because I watched because fun fact, Mr. Puzzles' VA is a guy named Blendon Blaber, aka Jello Apocalypse. a YouTuber that I've been a fan of for a very, very long time. And when I found out that he was the guy who voiced Mr. Puzzle, I'm like, that's the thing that made me actually check out SMG4. It didn't turn out to really be my thing, but I still really love his voice acting in the character. As for Mr. Weapons, that's Gianni Matrigano, who is in a bunch of things now, and he is very cool and based and a fantastic voice actor.
Actually, what's
anyways,
funny, he actually makes a cameo appearance in the Bunlith anime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's he's the delivery driver at the beginning.
Yeah,
which is funny because he's a part of the credits list for like all the people that are going to be contributing to the show, and everybody's got like this really nice condensed like synopsis about like their career and what they do and like what pedigree they bring to the team. And then you get to Gianni's. His is just the Pacergram, the Fitnessgram Pacer test. The entirety of the Fitnessgram Pacer test.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, that sounds exactly like Gianni, actually.
That checks out. But yeah, the Draw Girls comment made me think of Brendan, Jellopocalypse, Mr. Puzzles VA did a charity live stream a month or two ago, something like this. It was pretty recent, where he played a fan game, a visual novel where you can either assassinate or romance Mr. Puzzles. Great concept for a fan game. So he played that on stream, doing all of the voice work for Mr. Puzzles in the game, which I'm sure the creator was over the moon about. My God, to be in their shoes. I watched that stream, and during that stream, Gianni basically photobombs it. Pops in for like a couple of seconds, doing Mr. Weapons voice and like saying something that Ship teases him and Mr. Puzzles, and then just dips out, refuses to explain, refuses to elaborate, and then Blandon's like freaking. I was like, oh my God, Gianni, you can't say that. We might get in trouble. You can't do that. And like Chad is freaking out, and he's freaking out, and it was so funny. It was so funny.
Great. I love that. I love that man. Let the men kiss.
Incredible. I love Blendon. Blendon, not Blendon Blandon from Gravity Falls. Brendan Blaber. His name sounds a lot like. If you want a name,
hell of a name.
That is a name that's basically Blendon Blandon from Gravity Falls. Brendan Blaber.
Brendan Blaber. Good
Blendon,
lord.
Yeah.
Could
that reminds me. You need to watch Gravity Falls.
Help.
I'm gonna tell you this every single time we talk until you do it.
Help. I will do it. I swear I will do it. I need to see, here's the thing. I was thinking for at some point, maybe during December, I'm not sure when, I want to maybe do a little bit of, the whole Discord movie night kind of thing. And
that would be awesome. And honestly, that would be really easy to so the show's only 40 episodes. So it would be really easy to break up into if you wanted to do over the course of 4 sessions, you could do first 10 episodes, second 10 episodes, then that brings you into season 2, first half of season 2, second half of season 2, and then you go there. That's the whole show.
Yeah, I could absolutely do that. But I was thinking since it would be I felt like it would be a really good treat for everybody to do for the 20th no, not 20th, 10th anniversary. I'm not that old.
Happy
a fun thing to do for the 10th anniversary thing.
Yeah, that would be. Speaking of which, happy almost anniversary of it. 10 years. That's awesome.
I've been such an internet goober for so long.
God, same. I probably have been streaming at least that long too, but I just haven't done it consistently enough to have an anniversary for it. I've been streaming as far back as when Gravity Falls was airing. I'm talking 2013, 2014. I would use if anybody remembers livestream.com before Twitch, before YouTube streaming, there was literally a site just called livestream.com.
Even
It was one
before
of the first sites to-
Justin.tv.
Yeah, that was just that was just Twitch before, changed its name. But I'm talking, this was like a completely different site that had its like own, like you didn't use OBS or anything. It had its own dedicated streaming software called Procaster. So I used this Livestream Procaster to stream on livestream.com things like art and games, and we do watch parties for new Gravity Falls episodes. And so I've been streaming as far back as that. And at some point, like, Twitch basically just overtook, and the reason why I moved to Twitch is just because Twitch basically just overtook that. Like live stream was just dead. Basically, it was just like antiquated. So then we moved over to Twitch, and then I inconsistently did Twitch stuff from like 2015 onward. I remember, if you really want some real old school Zisel lore, in 2016, and this is related to Disney too. How about that? I circled that back to Disney. In 2016, I did a special live stream where has anyone? I'm sure nobody knows in chat knows what this is. If you do, you deserve a Medal of Honor. Do you know what Nightmare Ned is?
I remember this name. Hold on a moment.
It was a friend of mine did like a YouTube documentary on it. It's sadly no longer up because he privated all of his videos. I'm very sad about that.
I think we've literally talked about Nightmare Ned before.
Yeah.
I
so
remember.
It's what he called Disney's Lost franchise. It was in 1997, Disney made a PC game called Nightmare Ned. That was basically just a point and click adventure game. It's pretty simple gameplay wise, but it was really unique in that it was kind of like the Humongous Entertainment games, where every time you played through it was a little different. So different things could happen, and you could go to different areas and experience different events every time that you played it. So it was really cool in that respect. But also it was just beautiful art, beautiful music, a really cool premise. It's literally about a kid traveling through a nightmare. Nightmare Ned. And just beautiful, beautiful game. Really cool. Not the most complex in terms of gameplay. Really simple, just point-click adventure game for kids kind of gameplay. Not too far off from a Humongous Entertainment game, really. But I loved it for just the creativity, the artistry, the music. It's oh my god, it still is an obsession of mine. Just a wonderful, wonderful game that is. It's so sad you cannot run it on modern computers at all. It's there is software that exists now where you can basically run it through a mini emulator, and you can get it to run on PC now. But for a long time, it was impossible to run on modern computers.
I pulled up the image of the disc for Nightmare Ned, and yeah, it says CD-ROM for Windows 95. And
yep.
If I know my computer logistics like I think I do, Windows 95 has got a lot of dependencies that are just no longer a thing anymore.
Oh yeah.
That have been gone for a long time. So.
Yep. So this game was amazing. The problem was I don't think it sold very well. I think it sold okay to not great. I think a lot of people just found it too. I think it's ironically scared a lot of people off at the time because it looked kind of freaky. Especially the box art. I think the box art is what a lot of people the 90s kids might see that and be like, oh shit, I remember this. I saw it in a computer store or a Circuit City or something when I was a kid, and oh, that looks so freaky. That's what happens when I show this to people, and they're that are around my age, and that's
Super
what they
Sci-Fi
say.
actually says so sort of a Bizarro World version of Pajama Sam.
Almost. Maybe. There's probably some comparisons you can draw between the two, but I just love the
well, I remember Pajama Sam had a lot of parallels to dream-like worlds and experiences. Although Pajama Sam, you are literally wearing kid gloves.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. But here's the box. So I doubt there's anybody that there is actually Bitby and I's age in the chat that might recognize this. But if you happen to be, here's a little bit of potential nostalgia, or like, oh my god, I have not seen this in 20-something years.
I'm sure I
But
saw
yeah,
it on
so-
like, store shelves and things, but I never personally played it. And I'm sure that
Yeah.
it's probably because my parents were, I'm not gonna say they were like protective, but they were definitely like careful when it came to their decisions about what I was handed to play.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I actually never even played it until it was like late high school, I think. Early college is when I first found out about it.
Oh,
But yeah, so why I bring this up is so this game, like it's a little, if you happen to remember it, you happen to remember it. The shout out to the people who do. But what a lot of people don't know is that there was also a cartoon that went along with it. It is Disney's most like difficult to, it was lost media up until a couple of years ago. This was a show produced by Disney TV Animation, and aired on the ABC One Saturday Morning block, I believe. But it aired one time. Each episode only aired one time. This on the block for the one season that it aired, and then it never aired again, ever. It just was never acknowledged by Disney again. It never re-aired. It's never been like, Disney just refuses to acknowledge that this exists. Both the show and the game. The show is. I wish the video essay was still up, because it does. The show is kind of uninteresting, sadly. It's nowhere near as good as the game, which was really disappointing. A lot of the episodes are just like Courage the Cowardly Dog, but not as good, is what I described as most of the
Aw,
show.
that's,
Honestly, yeah, it's very disappointing. But there
see,
is
that's a good
one
description,
episode-
because I immediately can, I can sense a lukewarm Courage the Cowardly Dog and what that would be like.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. It's disappointing. But there is one episode that I think managed to kind of transcend itself completely on accident, and this is why I think it's important to preserve this stuff, especially even if a lot of the show's not that interesting. I think it's still worth seeing. I actually think the art style is pretty interesting in general, even if the writing is kind of mediocre. And just having it preserved in general. But because there is this one episode, the most interesting episode of the show is one called Girl Trouble. I think that's the name of it. And it is an episode where so most of the episodes follow like Ned goes through some experience. He has a nightmare about it. We get the dream sequence nightmare of all kinds of crazy things happening, and then he wakes up and whatever was happening in the episode gets resolved. So in this episode, he accidentally goes into, like, some bullies at school trick him into accidentally going into the girls' bathroom, and that really embarrasses him. So so during recess, he like takes a nap under a tree, and he has a nightmare. And in this nightmare, he dreams that he's a girl. And he tries to tell everyone around him, including the adults and his parents, that he's really a boy. And that when people calling him Nedra, he's like, no, that's not my name. My name's Ned. I'm a boy, but nobody takes him seriously. And his mom is just like, oh, this is just a phase, and that kind of thing. He's insisting he's really a boy, and nobody takes him seriously.
Boy, that sounds coded.
Guess why this is aged in a very interesting way.
Interesting. Nah, not realistic. Never happens. Doesn't happen in real life.
Keep in mind, this was 1997
That is
on a show
progressive
made
as
by
fuck.
Disney on ABC One Saturday morning, like alongside like Recess and the other shows that aired in that era, like Lloyd in Space, I think, Pepper Ann, that kind of stuff. And so I'm just like, this is why we gotta preserve this stuff, because this is. I can't think of another show at the time that may have intentionally or otherwise validated the experiences of a trans kid.
Yeah, jeez.
Like,
I mean, in general, like, I think having these particular footmarks in history for like media like this are incredibly important, just for like documentations.
exactly.
Like, I know that there are plenty of stories and plenty of like autobiographies that have been written by people that are, you know, back then there wasn't really a trans community, but like, you know, there were people that lived like internally in their heads talking about how they don't feel they're comfortable in their own body. And these are like really important historical records that like it's good to point backwards and go like, hey, this shit's existed for a while, man. This isn't something that just spurred on by like, you know, a random string of stuff on social media, you know? Like, you know, you can't blame like one particular generation for just being wrong. Like, no, this has been going on for a while. Can we acknowledge that, please?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, why I bring this all up is so in in 2016, which was a year before. I really, you know, thinking back, I really should have done this in 2017 because that was the 20-year anniversary. Because the game and so came out in 1997, but in 2016 I did a live stream where I for like a couple of days prior I'd stayed up all night trying to get the game to work on my, at the time, like Windows like 8 PC. I think it was a Windows 8. Trying to get the game to work. It took me all night trying to figure out a Windows XP emulator to actually get the game to properly function and in a way that was streamable. So I could do a live stream where I streamed the game and showed it off for people, and also like encouraged people to like I said like people to like use like the hashtag NightmareNed 2016 to like, because I wanted, what the goal was, it to try to get like Disney to acknowledge it. Like like the thing was almost 20 years old, but you know, there was obviously people who remembered it. It had a following online. And there was like, I just wanted to see, like, I wanted to do this stream to show it off for people and, you know, get the word out as much as possible to try to get Disney to like acknowledge it to some degree. I think it was now Disney Plus was a couple of years later, so it was before that, unfortunately. But the goal was just like, I want Disney to acknowledge this thing. It's been almost 20 years. Maybe if enough people, you know, make a fuss about it online, they'll say something. And that was the goal with that. And it got the word got spread by a lot of by some fairly notable people. One of the main one being the artist of the webcomic Awful Hospital, who I was kind of friends with at the time. We weren't like super close, but we knew each other. And so like, yeah, it got some decent attention at the time. So there you go. That's almost and I've been doing streaming stuff even before that. So this whole thing was just to say I've been doing streaming and internet content, and you know, trying to do this kind of stuff for much longer than 10 years now. So I feel you when you say like, man, I have just been on the internet forever.
Right.
So I get that.
The oldest stuff that I can think about when it comes to internet, like I haven't really been a like creator on the internet like for as long as I have just been an observer on the internet. You know, I've been,
yeah,
I was around during the old age of like, you know, 56k modem and all that jazz, and like you know, waiting for shit to load. And I remember like first time that I ever like really got into like content creation was on YouTube. And I distinctly remember there was a very brief window of time where somebody, I think it was like my brother or something, was going into detail about like, you know, how cool this one service exists is, and it's called YouTube. And I was sitting there just being like, what the fuck is that? Which in
oh
hindsight,
my gosh, yeah. So
hi YouTube.
That's funny because my experience with early YouTube was in high school. This had to be like when YouTube was founded, like 2004, 2005, right? Something like that.
Good question.
So,
I'm going to look up the exact date. I'll look up YouTube history.
In any case, in high school.
Oh, all it gives me is information on how to delete my YouTube watch history. Fuck search results. All right. Also, I need to
That's very
sneeze.
sad.
Uh,
But yeah,
excuse me.
What I used my early YouTube experience was illegally watching anime because that's what we had back in the day. We didn't have Crunchyroll, we didn't have any of the streaming services. We had either DVDs you rented from Netflix. You didn't have the streaming Netflix. You rented DVDs and they would send you physical DVDs in the mail. That would either be how I watched anime, or I would watch it illegally uploaded to YouTube, because that was the only way to watch it. So it was that, and what I did on YouTube back in the day during this time was in high school I made AMVs. If y'all know what AMVs are, it blows my mind. It actually scares me a little. Y'all might be too young to know what an AMV is, but basically it's a music video that you edit. You take a song that you like, you take it into a video editor. At the time it was a lot like Windows Movie Maker, because that was all we had. And then take clips of your favorite show or your favorite anime, your favorite cartoon. For me, it was Invader Zim and The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Those are the two that I made that I did the most. And you take clips of that into the video editor and the song, and you make a music video by editing the footage of the show to whatever song you picked. And it was very common and popular thing to do for anime back in the day, because back in the day that's how we got our anime, is we had to like get it illegally. So we had all this downloaded anime that we had sitting on our computers, and MP3s of songs that we also got illegally, and so we took them into video editors and made music videos. We had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it for anime. I did it for Western cartoons like Invader Zim and Billy and Mandy. So that's what I did in high school, and I put them on YouTube. And the most insane thing ever happened to me. I think it was like last year. I think I still have the DMs. So this was, I was in high school, right? This was like 2007, because I am also ancient. It's here somewhere.
Oh man, just the fact that YouTube used to have DMs.
This isn't even on. This isn't on YouTube. This is Tumblr. This is Tumblr DMs. But
Oh yeah.
This is related. This is related to that. I'm telling. This is related to that. Was it not on Tumblr? Was it a different account?
I don't know. Anyway, I did look up the history of YouTube, and it did start in February 2005.
That makes sense. Yeah, maybe it was a different account. Know what other account it would be.
Now, my very early internet stuff was like, now, unfortunately, it's all been lost to time. I'll tell you exactly why it's lost to time. I was uploading to this one particular YouTube page a really long time ago, underneath a different name.
Oh, I found it. Go ahead, and then I'll explain my thing.
Well, you go first, since you were like, knee deep into that story.
Okay, so like one of the videos I made was there was a character in the Halloween special of The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy called Jack-o'-lantern, and who was a prankster. So I did a music video about him with the song "Original Prankster" by The Offspring.
Hey,
this was in 2007. I get in November 11th, 2024. I get a message on Tumblr from a user says, "Hi, my name is Owen. When I was very young, my cousins and I used to watch your Billy and Mandy fan videos. We especially love the Jack-o'-lantern original Prankster one. I was wondering if there's any way to watch that again. I would love the nostalgia. Thank you. Genuinely a great memory from my childhood that I remember to this day. I've been searching for it on and off for years. I respond to this dumbfounded, saying, "Oh my god, I made those back in high school. I'm impressed you managed to track me down based on all. I managed to track me down just based on all these years later somehow. Just based on, I guess I typoed. Based on that, just based on that, all these years later somehow. Seriously, it's probably been like 17. It's probably been 17 years. I made those when I was about 16, and I'm 32 now." Thank God you posted your new DeviantArt on your old one that's still linked to your YouTube. So this person like went through my like 17-year internet paper trail just to find me because I made these music videos in high school.
Desperation, man.
Yeah, it's like I didn't, and I thank God you posted your new DeviantArt on your old one that's still linked to your YouTube. That was like an ancient account. I don't even remember what that YouTube account even is. Like, it was like 5 YouTube accounts ago. I wouldn't have otherwise figured it was worth a shot. And I say I didn't even realize that was all still connected. Regardless, I'm flattered you remember those videos and they provided some good memories. And they say like, time flies. I was pretty young. That I said, unfortunately, I wish I still had them too, but they were lost many years ago because I've been through like however many computers and hard drives since then. Owen says, "I'm 21 now. I have no idea what age I would have watched them. You're welcome. I'm sorry they're long gone. I think I lost them in a hard drive crash before I went to college. It has to have been at least 16 years, so you could have been like 5 or 6. So when this person was like 5 or 6, apparently they watched these music videos that I made in high school and remembered it all these years later and somehow found me.
That is terrifying.
Insane, right?
Man, that just reminds me, like, I forget where I originally heard this phrase, but like it resonates really well with me. The internet really is just an ever-burning Library of Alexandria. Like, it's kind of scary in that way. And what I mean by that is, like, it's just a constant feed of more and more and more data. But as more and more stuff gets uploaded to the internet, there's so much shit that ends up being buried and then eventually completely forgotten. And also, like, you know, with the fact that YouTube keeps changing its algorithm and keeps changing the way that you search for, like, you know, content and videos that have previously been posted in the past, stuff is becoming like nearly impossible to find. So we're gonna find a lot of similar stories like that in the future, I feel, where people are going to be like, there was this one video in 2015 that was uploaded, and it was uploaded by this one YouTuber that was like really obscure, but they did have a lot of followers, but they've completely gone dark and nobody's talked about them for years. You know, like, that's going to become like basically just a never-ending flood of people looking for basically like found footage, essentially.
Yeah, like, it made me sad that I, like, you know, I hadn't thought about those music videos in so long, but it made me sad. Like, yeah, it made me wish I still had those because I used to think, well, hey, if I didn't keep it on a hard drive, it'd still be on the internet forever, and it sadly wasn't.
No. That's why nowadays
No, it was not.
I back up frickin' everything.
Yeah.
I am like
I remember doing that back. Well, I probably wasn't backing up stuff as well as I should have in high school, but yeah, I think it was like a hard drive crash I had because I remember getting a new computer and losing a lot of data that I had. Losing some virus. I had some virus or something on my computer, in like late high school, and I got a new computer to take to college. So I lost some. So I lost a bunch of data, and yeah, that's probably why I don't have that stuff anymore.
I remember I had a virus on my computer like a really long time ago, and my computer just like up and crashed and never got up again. And I didn't know it was a virus at that moment in time, but like I was waiting to get like a new computer because I was just like, I guess it's dead. I took
that
one of my
happened to me once too.
I took one of my portable hard drives with me over to my friend's place because I was just like, I feel like watching some like internet videos I've downloaded. I plugged my my portable hard drive into like his computer, and his computer starts tanking.
Oh,
And we're
oh no.
he sort of half jokingly was just like, "Did you just give me a virus, dude?" And I'm just like, "I really hope not." Later on down the line, though, he like ran a scan using some software he had, and he found it. And the
Oof.
bad news about that is that like it means that that like portable hard drive with all of my data on it is unfortunately like poisoned.
Oof.
So yeah, that
that's
sucks.
really rough. Yeah, that really sucks.
But anyway, back to what I was talking about before. I remember, I don't remember when I started my YouTube channel way back when, but like it was underneath a completely different name, and it was just me and a whole bunch of friends, and we were just goofing off and like making silly, funny videos that we thought were funny, but like in hindsight were 110% mega cringe, and I'm very happy don't exist
That's
anymore.
where so many people start, man. Isn't that
Mhm.
like where like Shifrilla started and like a bunch of other like people who are now like huge
Yep.
on
Um,
YouTube?
But yes, like that web, well, that YouTube channel no longer exists. Even though, like, unfortunately, I do remember having some really fun and interesting memories with that one. I've never revealed this before. I'm not going to say exactly who, but I do remember there was a group on the internet that existed back in that day that do exist to this day. And they gave my channel a shout out. And like, that was really huge for me back in the day, because I was just like, oh my God, just somebody else with those kinds of numbers gave us like attention and some intrigue. Oh my gosh, so many cool people. Here's the problem though. They didn't give me a shout out because they thought my stuff was good. They gave me a shout out because they pitied the ever loving hell out of me, and
I'm so sorry.
we're basically like, ew. So these guys have been around for a year and they haven't managed to go anywhere? Well, that really sucks. Here, let's throw a bunch of our followers their direction.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Here's the thing, like, they've never outright said that they pitied me, but like, in hindsight, I'm just like, yeah, you absolutely pitied me. Full
It was
on.
like, yeah, like, haha, go look at these losers type of thing.
It wasn't, they didn't specifically say get a load of these losers. They were like, they tried to actually pump us up and be like, you know, hey, these guys are really, really cool. They're amazing. They're super funny. You guys are gonna love them. Go check them out.
Oh, that's nice then.
Yeah, they were trying to be really nice about that.
You might think it was pity, but if that was the case, it's like that's what bigger channels should be doing. They should be giving like attention to smaller channels that they feel deserve it. That's what I would do.
Well, the reason why I say all this is because, like, I'm not 110% certain if they actually believed that we deserved it, or were just sending people our way because they were trying to be nice, or something. Because, like, I can tell you this, you know, with perfect hindsight, now that, like, the dust has settled and I can look back on it and look at everything, we were not ready for the big time.
I mean,
on.
who is?
Well, no,
I mean, who
nobody is. But, like, specifically, we were absolutely not ready for the big time. We were not funny. We were not interesting. We were I use the word cringe, but it's absolutely true. We were super cringe. And, like, to give you, like, a little bit of idea about, like, how cringe this was, the videos that we recorded were literally just us, like, sitting around in a, like, basically a basement area, and like then we would like play out the sketch and like, you know, the little skit that we were doing all in one take without any cuts, without doing any sort of like, you know, cinematography work. There's like no music work at all, aside from like, you know, we used like, you know, popular music that was available back in the day from like, you know, record labels and stuff, because it was the Wild West of the internet and nobody cared.
If only that's true. I think the reason my old Grim Adventures music videos are no longer available is because of the copyright claims. Is because it was
Probably.
using a song or whatever. Yeah, I remember back in the day actually. During that era of mine, my AMV era, a lot of us having to get our videos getting deleted off of YouTube because of the songs that we were using for the AMVs, and then like having to go to like Daily Motion
Mhm.
to
Well,
upload
like,
our
I do
silly
seem
little
to
cartoon
recall that, like,
AMVs.
YouTube's original policy of that was just they would get rid of your video. Nowadays, they have the Content ID system, and now they don't outright get rid of your video. Instead, they just, like, flag it as having copywritten material and then monetize it and send the money over to whoever owned that material.
Except
Which-
when they don't do that, and instead they just block your video worldwide, which is as good as deleting it. They basically make it private for you and say, no, you
Guess
can't
who's
act.
blocked everywhere except for Istanbul. Yeah, right.
Because that's what happened with that happened with some video. That happened with my Plankton essay about the SpongeBob Plankton movie. Is I used clips from the movie that were on YouTube, like they were officially released clips that were released by Nickelodeon and Netflix that were like on YouTube. I just took those clips and used that because it's like if I use any footage from the movie, because I figured if I use any footage from the movie that's not like in any of those officially uploaded clips, there might be a copyright problem. But because I used clips that were already like on YouTube, I figured it would be fine, and it wasn't. And I
Nope.
had to re-edit the video to take out all of those
Copyright
and replace
bots
them
are a
with
bastard.
screenshots. And that as a result, I couldn't get the video up on the day Krabs Fries, which made me very sad.
Mhm.
So yeah, that can happen, unfortunately.
So before I forget, a little bit more on the story that I was talking about, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I got the shout out from these people. Totally not prepared, not ready. My stuff is not good. And so, especially, we were nowhere near as good as these people that we got the shout out from. And so suddenly we had like a flood of a bunch of people that were coming in. So for most of the people that came in to take a look at our stuff, they took one look at it and then went, ew, no, not for me, and then just walk off.
Mhm.
Like they're not being rude or anything. Just like generally, it's not good for them, or it's not something that they want to watch. So and I totally get that. But then you had people who they decided to not only they decided to go subscribe to my channel and stick around because they were told to. They're in a situation where they're like, well, we want to make our masters happy, so we're gonna just stick around on this channel because we believe that that's gonna make those other guys happy. And so they're sticking around, they're watching our stuff, and we'd upload a new video, and then every once in a while they would just be like, hey, funny man, do the funny thing. And
I'm sorry.
basically my my comment section just became nothing but a whole bunch of people complaining that things aren't funny, and they were spamming a whole bunch of memes from the other person's community, and I'm just like, what the fuck do I do from here? Jesus.
I'm sorry. That sounds like an awkward.
Yeah.
It sounds
it's
awkward.
kind of a mess. When you don't have your own identity nailed down yet, and somebody else foists their own community onto you, and basically they want to foist an identity onto you, it's not helpful, and it really sucks.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
can
because
imagine.
of that I kind of fell out of love for the channel. And then what was the nail in the coffin was one day I was just checking my email through my Yahoo account.
Oh.
Ew. Do they even
Well-
can you even have a Yahoo email nowadays? I don't even know.
I think you can, because Yahoo itself is still as a service of various things like email and search engine. It's still really big in Japan.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Yahoo everything is really, really big in Japan. Like Yahoo Auctions, that's like Japan's eBay.
Okay, so they're probably still around then. but subsidized through all their other ventures, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was just checking my email, and while I was skimming through, I noticed that I had one thing in drafts, and I was sitting there being like, what? I never make any drafts. That's weird. Was that automatically made for me? So I go over to the draft to go and take a look at it. The draft was a scam email.
Oh dear.
I immediately put 2 and 2 together, and I realized that, like, I must no longer have access to this account, or I'm very soon not going to. So, basically in my haste, I decided I was going to go full scorched earth and go, fuck you! And I just deleted the email account.
Ugh.
And then after I deleted that email account, it was like the floodgates kind of opened for me, because suddenly I looked at all the other things that were connected to that account. And, well, like, first of all, like, it was going to be a pain to try and, like, get all the other accounts back and set up and situated with, like, a new email account from somewhere else. So I was kind of burnt out on everything on the internet at that point underneath that name.
Mhm.
So I basically just shrugged and went, you know what? Screw everything else. And then what followed was a deleting spree of just getting rid of every single little bit of accounts that I had on the internet.
Oh gosh.
Where I was just like, nah, I'm done. And then I went really dormant for a while because I wanted to focus on, like, I think I was in, like, moving into high school, if I remember correctly. So I was just like, I don't have any time to do any of this video nonsense, and, like, I'm not.
Wow. So
go-
you
I'm
did the
not
YouTube
even-
thing like way before I did, because I wasn't in my AMV era until high school.
It was
You,
either
like, were pre-high school.
the end of middle school or high school, like, mid high school. I don't remember which one. But I
Okay.
basically was just like, I'm done with this. I want to do something else. So, and that's what I did. I basically just sort of unplugged myself from the internet and just moved forward from there. Not like completely. I became more of an observer and less of like a content creator.
That's
And then,
fair, yeah.
many years later, I made the decision that's just like, I'm bored, haven't done anything on the internet for a while. I'm just gonna make a silly little video about the Wii U and how excited I am for the console. And lo and behold, here I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through many era. I've been through you've got a little bit more of a simple through line, I guess. Like, you did the little, like, skit channel with your friends, like, back in, I guess, yeah, you said, like, middle school. That's pretty wild.
Mhm.
But and then you left, and then you abandoned that, and then you came back to do basically what you do now. About 10 years ago. And for me, it
Actually,
was
no,
not.
it's more
it
than
was-
that. My
or-
oldest YouTube video, I believe, is on this channel is something like 2013, if I remember right.
Oh
So
wow.
I have been on the internet as Bitby for longer than 10 years, but this is my 10-year streaming anniversary specifically.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I did not have nearly as simple of a through line as that. For me, it started the very first things I did on the internet. The very, very, very first things I did was writing fan fiction on fanfiction.net when it was new. Fanfiction.net was founded in 2002, and that was a year that I also registered my account and started posting fanfiction on fanfiction.net. And I posted fanfiction throughout like my I was like 10 years old, so I was like elementary school and through middle school, and a little bit in high school too. Oh yeah, I peaked in my fanfiction career in high school when I made an Invader Zim fanfiction that actually got its own sub fandom, and so for one of this fanfiction, I named a character that in the show was just a background character. She didn't have a name.
Yeah, I
But
remember.
the show was
I
about.
remember this story. Yeah.
Yeah. So she didn't have a name. She was just a background character. But the whole purpose of the fan fiction was to elaborate on these these minor characters that were supposed to appear in the series later if it had if it had not been canceled. So I gave her a name and I gave her like a whole backstory and a character arc and like all of the stuff you would want to see. And as a result, people started calling her by the name that I gave her. And it somehow through the early internet game of telephone, the people assumed, oh yeah, that actually is her name. It was just wasn't said in the show. It was only in like the episode script or something like that. Like people for whatever reason believed it was the character's actual name for, you know, because the situation was similar to other characters that also like their names weren't spoken in the episode. You had to like look in the script or in the credits or something to find out their name or concept art or something like that.
Right.
So people started
Nope.
to believe that was the canon name of the character. And
Nope.
I didn't
All you.
find, and then, yep, nope, it was all me. And I found this out many years later that even on the Invader Zim wiki, that is what they call her, and it had been that way for like years. I never
So if
realized
they ever
it.
do like a side story for Invader Zim where they bring that character up, if they use that name, you have full right to like stomp up to their front door and just be like, "Hey, give me my royalties."
Well, that's what I said when I made my big Tumblr post about it, like telling the whole story with all the details and like here's the screenshots of the fan fiction to prove it existed, and like that was actually the fact that it was the name that I actually gave the character, that it wasn't a canon name, it didn't come from any like supplementary material or scripts or concept art or anything. It was just the name I made up for the story. And I said at the end, if people just want to consider that the canon name now and not even credit it to me, that's totally fine. I feel like because it was me who started it, but it was like everybody else in the fandom who like perpetuated it. It was this, you know, this influence of the fanfic and the early internet telephone that, you know, basically not canonized it because it wasn't canon. It was like it was fan canon. It was fanonized by the community, by the Invader Zim community, like mostly without me doing anything. I just kind of wrote the fan fiction and then in high school left for college, didn't think about it for like, you know, 10 years, something like that. I only thought about it again when after the Invader Zim comic series came out in like 2015. So that was like, you know, five years after I graduated high school. So I hadn't thought about it in a long time, and in quite a while. And then I just found out in that time that people had like, oh yeah, her name's Exane. Like, you didn't know that?
The internet just
it's totally
decided
canon.
to do all the work for you.
They did all the work for me, so I'm like, at this point, I'm just like one piece of the pie, one piece of the picture that named this character. So if they ever do any more Invader Zim stuff, which honestly I doubt they will, I feel like Enter the Florpus was, you know, the last thing we're probably ever gonna get. But if they ever do anything with that and they use that name, I'm just gonna be like, go fandom. not just go me, go fandom, because it really was the fandom that did all that. But that was that was the peak of my fan fiction career.
Also,
to
Super Sci-Fi said earlier, great googly moogly, fanfiction.net came out the year I was born.
Dang. So you were born in 2002. That makes you 22. My God, people born in 2002 are 23 or potentially 23 years old now.
They can.
That's
drink.
wild. They can drink. That's wild. I am going to crumble to dust.
There are people that, like, you know, that are my age that would normally have, like, you know, 4 kids and a mortgage at this point.
So my they're not my cousins, but they were like my mom had a friend and she had 2 sons, and when I was a kid we would go up to her house and we would play together because we were kind of similar in age. I was a little younger, but they were like, you know, like 2-3 years older than me, not similar enough. We were little kids, you know, 8, 10, 12-year-olds. something like that. So found out that recently, one of the kids, the younger of the two, the one that's closer in age to me, I think he's like, so I'm 33. I think he's like 35, maybe 34, 35, something like that. He is not only married, he has 3 kids. He has a wife. He got a house. He got a mortgage. He got not just he's got like a 15-month-old kid, and his wife just gave birth to twins. So that made me feel pretty good about myself and how I've accomplished basically nothing except a bunch of random internet crap in my life.
What else do you want from me?
Yep.
This is what I'm doing with my spare time.
Yep.
To be fair, having a society with people that are like, procreating and creating the next generation requires money.
That's true. Yeah, he's like a
Up
doctor
to
or
it.
something. He's he's got money.
Mhm. Also, Draw Girl is heading out. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining, girl. Also, I did read your comment about it's important to not discard trans stories and trans media because also I'm transmasc myself. For those who didn't know, non-binary transmasc. They them or he him pronouns. So yeah, that stuff is really important, and I completely agree with you. Especially from that era with like I said, it was just so interesting to me how this cartoon from 1997, like literally decades before, we were touching on those topics in media that was considered family friendly, was, accidentally or otherwise, clearly accidental, but regardless, I don't think that invalidates it anymore, was like, providing. Yeah.
Okay. So, some final things to throw at the very last minute.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Why are you bullying me? Anyway, I hope you have a very good night, Drop.
Yeah, have a good night.
Dino.
See ya.
I'm trying to remember your name is Dino. Jeez. All right. Thanks for coming out.
Yes, thanks very much.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can remember from my era of using the internet. Because so much of my internet surfing has just been an observer for the most part. I don't remember being really hands-on with creating stuff until I started up my YouTube channels. Yeah, I don't know. I frequented Newgrounds a heck of a lot. I surfed around on I used to go to the kids show kids television channel websites a lot, like Nick.com and Cartoon Network.
The Cartoon Network games. And did you ever play Fusion Fall?
I'm gonna have to look that up because maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
That was a thing I played in high school, but that was a thing in my high school era. But that was it was the coolest. God, I wish it was still around. It was a Cartoon Network crossover MMO where everything, all the characters were anime styled, and you and all banding together to fight this alien invasion, and Cartoon Network anime MMO thing where you joined up with Cartoon Network characters and this big crossover world that was anime styled and fought off an alien invasion. It was super fun. Really love that game.
I'm taking a look at some screen caps of it. I think this was a little bit past my time.
Yeah, it was a thing when I was in high school, but like I said, in high school I was writing Invader Zim fan fiction, so it was not.
Yeah.
It was still very much within my wheelhouse of interests.
Funny enough, I kind of I took my foot off the gas when it came to a lot of things related to cartoons. What was it? When would I have stopped? I think it was right around the time that I was 14 or 16, where basically, oh, dude, yeah, I know, I remember exactly what happened. MTV happened.
Oh dear.
That's what happened. So I
That's
became a
that's terrifying.
teenager, and the first thing I thought was, no, those cartoons are gross and disgusting. I want to watch like mature stuff that's like, for adults because I'm an adult. And so then I went and I watched a whole bunch of stuff on like MTV, MTV2. I watched stuff on Comedy Central.
Adult Swim was my jam.
Funny enough, I never really touched Adult Swim, and I don't know why.
I'm glad I never went through that phase because I was watching. I literally have never stopped watching Cartoon Network or Disney Channel or any of that stuff.
It's a pretty good phase to stick yourself to, because like I left that one and I ended up poisoning my mind with a lot of really stupid shows that I really shouldn't have watched. Now I never got into the realm of like live action stuff. I always hated live action television. Like, wait, no, not live action. What's the term? I'm missing it.
Reality TV.
Thank you. Reality TV. That's exactly it. I never got into reality TV because, like, for me, it felt over dramatized and, funny enough, not real.
I always
So-
felt the same way. It's like, why did they call it reality TV? Like, this is so obviously fake.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a couple of reality television shows, but like very few and far between. Usually I would watch like stuff that was live action, sort of like comedy skit types of things. In fact, this might have been one of the things that spurred me on to make my own personal comedy skits and stuff when I was on YouTube. As cringe as they were. And also as bad as they were.
Did you ever watch like G4 TV?
Yes, I
Like,
did. I remember
X-Play
G4
and
TV.
Attack
Yep.
of the Show.
Yep. I watched a heck of a lot of X-Play. Not as much Attack
Me
of the
too.
Show. I tuned into Attack of the Show every once in a while when I had nothing else going on.
Yeah, X-Play was my favorite.
What were some other?
And
I
looking
remember.
back on it now, it was literally just a YouTube. It was literally just a video game YouTube review show, like on
Right.
TV before those
Which
were
is
a thing.
Which is extra funny
Complete with all
because
the
when they
stupid
tried to do
skits.
the G4 revival recently, it
There was a
felt
revival?
so out of place because so much of it is already being done by everyone else.
Yeah.
I remember in middle school, I got obsessed in watching HGTV shows. Dude, so I know a
Okay.
couple of shows I remember watching on HGTV. One of them was Extreme Makeover Home Edition. I saw a lot of Extreme.
The first house flipping show.
Basically,
I'm thinking about that.
Well,
I'm
like,
like, was
Extreme
that the first
Makeover
house
Home
flipping
Edition.
show?
They framed that show like they were performing miracles. They were like, oh, look at this poor disheveled family that's currently living in rags, but we will bring them to riches and we will make them a mansion worthy of their, of a king. And then they give them the house and they go, here's the keys, enjoy. And then much later on, there's a synth in here.
There's a me in here. Hello.
And hello.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing okay.
That's good to hear.
What are you doing? Are you streaming? Hello, stream.
Yeah. We're currently
kind
streaming
of
and we're
voice is
talking
it?
about like random old television that we watched back in the day.
Ooh, like
This
what?
isn't
What
old
were you just
TV,
talking
but
about?
someone brings up HGTV, and I have to shout out the most like unironically actually based HGTV show in existence that I watch completely unironically because I do legitimately think it is great. It is a show called
Right.
Zillow Gone Wild, and it is Jack McBrayer.
Oh.
Yes, wander over yonder, fix it, Felix Jack McBrayer, going to the most wacky, weird, and cool houses you have ever seen.
I have to go look this up. What?
It is actually awesome. I love it. I watched it every week while season 2 was airing.
When did this air? I need to look this up.
The first season was last year. Season 2 just finished up like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, it came out in May 3rd, 2024, and it's currently still airing. You know, this sounds
yeah,
like a really
the
cool
second season
concept.
just finished. Yeah.
This sounds like a really cool concept, and funny enough, this is a concept that I've actually seen a couple of live streamers do.
Mm-hmm.
what they do, they just go to like home purchasing websites and then they sift through all the craziest freaking listings.
That's basically what this is, except Jack McBrayer actually goes to the houses and tours them and talks to the people that owns them.
Oh, I see. Somebody with a budget. Good.
Yeah, it's that with a budget. Because it's like I
Lovely.
think it's actually because it's like it's technically like a corporate tie-in because it's called Zillow Gone Wild and it's all like sponsored by Zillow and produced by them and everything, but it's like it's genuinely a really cool and good show.
Oh, Carl says they did a stream of that once. Hey. Very nice.
Oh, that is cool.
I just got off of work, so I just wanted to pop in here, cause some minor chaos and dip. But I hope you have a good rest of your stream.
We need more chaos than that.
Embrace the chaos.
Bring it on.
You sound like you sound like Sir Pentious from Has Been Hotel, and I love that because he's my favorite.
Look, I've got a lot of complaints about Has Been Hotel. None of them include Sir Pentious. That is a golden child.
Thank
and
you.
I love him.
Thank you. This
Okay,
is so. This is true.
Goodbye.
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 See you tomorrow.
Have a good. Oh,
Speaking of which, yeah, tomorrow it's Homestuck. Carl. Anyway, speaking of which, yeah, Homestuck tomorrow. We took the previous week off because several people a part of the cast were not feeling good. So yeah. But yeah, we're moving back into more craziness and
Nice.
Lord, I don't even remember where we left off.
oh no!
Oh no. Anyway, back onto the subject of random shows that we remember watching. So there were a couple of things on MTV I remember watching. Jackass, obviously.
Yup.
That was kind of the poster child of that. And then I watched a whole bunch of like the other side series that also existed that came from Jackass, like Viva La Bam, which I remember my mom hated the fact that I watched stuff on MTV. And like Jackass and Viva La Bam were basically the two shows that she was just like, ew, that is terrible. That is awful. And in hindsight, I'm like, I understand, Mom. I'm sorry. This was a lot of very stupid content that I watched. But then there was one series that I remember watching that was like, oh man, I don't remember what it was called. It starred like, I think Ryan Dunn, if I remember his name correctly. I think his name was Ryan Dunn. He was like one of the cast members on Jackass and Viva La Bam. And he started up his own show, and the entire crux of the show is that it was basically sort of an HGTV like home repair and like home restoration kind of show. But the difference is, instead of fixing the room, you go into somebody's room and like completely turn it to like a horror show, basically. They did some crazy stuff in that show. Like, I think they made one person's room entirely like an sort of like a South American rainforest kind of thing.
That's amazing. That actually sounds kind of like, so there is an HGTV show called Help, I Wrecked My House, where people try to do...
I know about that one. But
people try to do
in that
like,
case,
home improvement stuff, and then they fail miserably, and then they have to bring someone in to fix it. It sounds like the reverse of that.
right. Well, I'm trying to hold on a sec. I have to look this up and see if I'm but what was the show? I'm just gonna look up what was that show. Okay. The show was called Homewrecker. Yep, that makes sense.
That
Anyway.
does check out. Muffin Snake says Kill Bit by Quentin Tarantino. Kill Bit Part 1 by Quentin Tarantino.
Part 20. Anyway, okay. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, there was one season of Homewrecker, and it came out in 2005. The unfortunate thing, though, and here's where we get into some really sad territory. Ryan Dunn is no longer with us.
Oh,
And he ended up dying like very soon after his first season dropped, and I don't remember exactly what it was that happened. Oh, okay.
was it an accident or a health problem?
It was a fatal crash. Yeah,
That's
so-
awful.
Now I'm curious, what actually, like, what were the details of the crash? Let me see. Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna talk about that. It goes into
Oof.
detail about like the coroner's report. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk about that. What I'm wondering is like how it happened. Like, was this a case of like, was he? Oh, here we go. Dunn was drunk and speeding. There we go.
Oof.
That unfortunately makes a lot of sense given the jackass guys. Like,
That's very that makes sense, but is very, very unfortunate.
yeah. And that sucks because like I actually remember Ryan Dunn was one of my personal favorite people of the cast. Like, he seemed to be the one that had like, he had a really good sense of humor, but also he kind of had a laid back chillness to him, sort of like what's that one stand-up comedian? Well, I'm gonna be kicking myself for that one. There's a stand-up comedian that has like really laid back, chill jokes. Very much a stoner. He gave me like very similar vibes to that. So yeah. So like to see that he got his own show, like that was really freaking cool. And then unfortunately, you know, that wasn't gonna happen again.
Yeah, that's very tragic.
I really wish I remember like what they did in Homewreckers though, because I'm completely blanking on most of the things they did. It was mostly a whole bunch of just completely like fucking up somebody's room. Not in like a, you know, turning into a like a trash sty, but like they actually did some really high concept stupid shit. And that's what I love. What was that one episode of I think it was like Trading Spaces on like HGTV, where they basically made this one person's house or like their room into like this beach resort thing. But in order
Oh, that sounds awesome.
in order to actually make that happen, they decided the best course of action was to pour a bunch of sand in there. The floor was sand. Why? What a horrible idea.
To make an indoor beach. I thought about that. Like, I was like, there should be an indoor beach that people can go to when it's cold outside, and have like the beach when it's cold. And I'm like, I thought, then I'm like, but how would you do that? It probably would involve pouring sand on the floor. Maybe that wouldn't work out too well.
So much maintenance, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I like the idea of the beach being where it is and like being self-sustaining with like an ecosystem and all that. Man, what other? Here's one more show that I remember watching back in the day. It was a show on G4. Some of you probably don't remember this show. Code Monkeys.
Oh, I watched that. It had
You
the
watched
Jonathan
Code
Goldman
Monkeys?
theme song.
Yeah, I
Yup.
remember Code Monkeys. In hindsight, that show was offensive as hell.
Oh my god, yeah.
It was
Like
terrible.
even back then, I thought it was kind of like this feels kind of.
Oh yeah,
This feels
back
like
then
even
you
back
wouldn't
then, I
have
thought it was a little
you wouldn't
tugging
have
at my
caught
collar a
me.
bit.
You wouldn't have caught me dead, making any quotes or making any mention of that show. But I, funny enough, Code Monkeys was one of the things that kind of like helped solidify, my recognition of Jonathan Coulton.
Oh
Who
yeah.
was like a really famous musician who like
I
so
love-
at the exact same
I love
time.
Joko.
At the exact same time as Code Monkeys coming out, Jonathan Coulton had worked with the Portal team to make a song for
Yup.
their funny little video game.
Yep.
And after I saw that, I'm just like, oh my god, this guy is cool. Ooh, I like him. But yeah, he made the theme song for Code Monkeys, and like that was very
Yep.
well.
You did.
Was it the
I
theme
didn't
for
know
Code
that right
Monkeys
away, though.
first,
I didn't
or
find
was
out
did
until
he?
that like years later. Yeah.
Actually, I don't remember. Was it a theme song first, or did he make the song first and then they licensed it?
I think he wrote it for the show, and then it was just one of those songs that he just like ended up putting on his albums and stuff later.
That makes sense. Anyway, I don't remember a heck of a lot
Yeah.
about Code Monkeys, but I do remember that it was like that they had basically it was a whole bunch of like sprite characters that were that looked like video game sprites, and the entire
Yeah,
point
it
of
was
the
it was an entirely sprite animated show with like pixel art.
yeah, and the characters are all working at this one video game company, and their job is to make video games.
Yep. It was a workplace comedy with the characters being video game programmers in the 80s. So they were making like
Yeah.
Atari games.
Yeah, in the 80s, I remember that. However, I remember there were a lot of really offensive jokes that have not aged well, including they had one character who was like flamboyantly gay. It wasn't, yeah, I look back on that and I'm just like, oh, so the entire crux of and joke of that character is he's gay. Yeah, right. Cool.
Sounds about right for that era, unfortunately, despite the fact, we had Will and Grace, like, several years before that, and other shows that had, like, more
Theme
positive
song
gay
sounds familiar
characters
to Simple Plan and What's New Scooby-Doo, where they were hiring to make a song, and now they sing it on tours. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like, the Code Monkeys theme song is a freaking jam and a half.
Oh yeah, it's Jonathan Colton.
I love Jonathan
That
Colton.
reminds me, I still gotta make you watch the SpongeBob musical because it has songs by Jonathan Colton.
Oh, yeah, right.
The opening song, the opening number is by Jonathan Colton, and you can tell from like the first couple notes. It's so good. It's so his vibe.
Heck yeah. When did he work on the music for the musical?
When the musical released, which was like 2017, something like that. Let me look up, because I saw it on Broadway in 2018.
I'm just happy he's getting work.
Yep.
This makes me happy. Anyway, oh man, there's one particular scene. Oh man, I can't even quote it because it's just so bad.
Okay. Okay.
There is
the
one
original
scene that like
premiere-
lives rent free in the back of my head from Code Monkeys. It's the scene where I think I forget their names, but like one of them was on peyote and they were driving down the road with like a cat that was talking to him. I can't quote anything from it because it's fucking awful, but like that scene's stuck in my head. Anyway,
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
But so the original premiere for the SpongeBob musical was June 17, 2016 at the Oriental Theater in Chicago. I remember watching bootlegs of the original Chicago version. It's not as good as the Broadway version. They spruce up they spruced up a lot of things between the Chicago and the Broadway versions. And it makes me sad that they only ever released a soundtrack for the Chicago version because, again, the Broadway version is way better. So if you go to like Spotify or whatever for the soundtrack, you only get the Chicago version, which is like it's not as bad, but it's just like the Broadway version's better. And then 2017 it was on Broadway. 2019 through 2020 was the North American tour. But you can guess with being a 2020 why it didn't last that long. And then it had a 2023 tour in the UK.
Mhm.
But yeah, I saw it on Broadway in 2018, a couple of weeks before it closed, which was that was like my reasoning is why is like I heard it was gonna close because they needed to renovate this because it was in the Palace Theater in on Broadway, and that was planning to get renovated, and apparently the distributors, Nickelodeon, whoever it was in charge of that, decided that they didn't want to pay to move it to another theater. So they were just gonna end the Broadway one after, in like late 2018 to go and renovate the Palace Theater. So that was the thing that told me, well, I guess I gotta get to New York and see it before it closes. and I had a pretty decent job at the time, so I was able to do that. And the $500 VIP tickets were absolutely worth it. It
Heck
was
yeah.
it was like the most magical night of my life. It was wonderful.
Well, it's good. Man,
I-
I haven't had a lot of like concert experiences or Broadway experiences. I do know that like I've had some talks with some people about the idea of like one day taking a trip up to New York. And if I were to do that,
Oh, you'd love it.
if I were to do that, I'd have to stop at Broadway and watch something.
You'd have to.
So, that's another one of those things on the big old list of stuff I'd like Bitby, stuff that Bitby would do if he had money. Anyway,
Yeah, absolutely. Thankfully, there was a couple of months after it closed on Broadway, there was a televised version. It's sadly they cut out some stuff from the Broadway version just to make it fit into the like 2 hour, like 2.5 hour televised block. Whatever it was, I don't think it was 3 hours. I think it was 2.5. But yeah, they cut out a bunch of stuff to make it fit into that televised block, which is a little unfortunate. The pacing's a little bit more rushed than in the Broadway show proper, and it's missing one of my favorite scenes, which is a little sad, which is actually very sad. But it's still the televised version is so great. It's still a pro shot. It's still the Broadway cast. It's the Broadway version, so it has all the good Broadway updates that you don't get on the cast recording soundtrack of the Chicago version. And yeah, that one is if you want to go and watch the musical, I still highly recommend that. If you can track down I'm not saying I'm saying if you know where to find a slime tutorial of the Broadway version, that's worth tracking down too, because I think the stuff they cut out of the televised version is still worth seeing. In like how it was like seeing the show how it was meant to be seen on Broadway. But yeah, the televised version is which you can get. I think it's on Paramount, it's on Amazon, it's on Paramount Plus, it's on all kinds of things. It's easy to get. Definitely the best way to watch it and check it out, because it's great. I love it. I love it very much. Super Sci-Fi says, I've only seen bits of it online. Wasn't the main plot legs of... Yeah, the main plot of it is a volcano is going to destroy Bikini Bottom, and it's how the citizens of Bikini Bottom deal with that. And it sounds like a really simple plot, but it works really, really well. And yeah, and what's so impressive about this musical is I mentioned Jonathan Coulton did the music for it. He's not the only person who did the music for it. It's like usually for a musical you have like one person do all the songs, like for the Beetlejuice musical, which I also love. Like all the songs are by Eddie Perfect. But for the SpongeBob musical, it is a very musically and tonally cohesive Broadway show where like every single song was written by a different person, which is insane. Like you never do that. That's like that's like a Broadway sin, or like mad science to like, because what you'd think what would happen if you did that was like all of the songs would sound like way too different and they wouldn't all feel like they fit in the same show. But
to be
somehow
fair, SpongeBob is eclectic
musical,
as fuck.
yeah, but like somehow the SpongeBob musical pulls it off. You got Jonathan Coulton, you got They Might Be Giants, you got Panic at the Disco, you got Sarah Bareilles, you got all of the, you got who was the rapper that did Plankton's? There's like a rap number that's by that actually Plankton sings, and it's, I forget the name of the rapper, but it's like was composed by an actual rapper, and it's like somehow all of it feels really cohesive, and it's like it's all part of the same show, and it's so impressive. Like
you said They Might Be
like
Giants, and you woke up a sleeper demon in me.
Oh, they have like one of the best songs in the whole show. They get the 11 o'clock number, which is a Squidward solo.
Oh, nice. Oh,
it is a song.
I think
it's
I
called
might have...
I'm Not a. It's.
I think I saw that
Yep.
video actually of that one bit.
Yep, it's called
And it's
"I'm Not a Loser."
fabulous.
It's Squidward's big solo number, near the end of the show. So it's the big 11 o'clock number, and it's incredible. I love it so much.
Okay, so I'm scrolling through. I have found the Wikipedia page, and yeah, some of the artists that have worked on SpongeBob the Musical include Panic at the Disco, Jonathan Coulton, Plain White Tees, The Flaming Lips, Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, Lady Antebellum, John Legend, They Might Be Giants, Andy Paley, Tom Kenny, hello, Jonathan Coulton, frickin' hold on, frickin'
T.I. is
David
the rapper
Bowie.
Yep, and T.I. was the rapper who did Plankton song.
And
But yeah,
T.I.,
there is a
what?
David Bowie song in it. It's sort of like it's not a new David Bowie song. It's like an old one that they kind of like repurposed for the musical. But like David Bowie was like, and the reason why they did that is because David Bowie was like, when he was alive, he was famously and ridiculously huge SpongeBob fan, to the point where there is even a episode of the show called Atlantis SquarePantis that is literally just David Bowie isn't SpongeBob, the episode.
When did that come out?
It was when he was still alive, so like over, I want to say like 15 years ago, something like that. It's pretty old now, but yeah, that episode only exists because David Bowie wanted to be on SpongeBob because he was such a big fan.
I'm gonna look up. Oh, hey, there's a fandom page for that one particular episode.
It's not really a good episode, but it's David Bowie.
Right. Let me see.
I kind of can't not enjoy it for that.
Season 5. Was I
Yeah.
watching SpongeBob at season 5? When
Season 5 was Silver Age. It wasn't in the Dark Age yet.
Right. I'm looking at some screen shots from the episode. Yeah, I don't think I saw this one.
Like I said, it's not really that good, but if you want to see David Bowie and SpongeBob, there you go.
Now, is it literally David Bowie or is it like an impersonator?
There's a character that he plays in it. It's like a character that they made for him in the show.
That's rad.
And no, it's literally him. It's not an impersonator. That whole entire episode exists because David Bowie went to Nickelodeon and was like, "I'm David Bowie and I'm a huge fan of SpongeBob. Can I be in the show?" And they said, "Oh yeah, of course."
And when
David
David
freaking
Bowie tells you to do something, you do it.
you do it.
Full stop. End of story.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
here
the
we go. Tom Kenny was quoted as saying, quote, "The people who watch are often surprising to me and unexpected. You don't picture David Bowie, the thin white duke, sitting on the couch in his pajamas, eating Cheerios, watching SpongeBob cartoons. With our little basic cable budget, we could never afford to pay a legend like David Bowie what he's worth. But the fact that he wants to be in something that his kids like is what gets the ball rolling."
Yep.
I like that. That's great. Yay, David Bowie! Shoop said
Yep.
that one. Okie dokie. Starting to get a little bit late here, so I think. Oh, hey, Shoop is showing up at last minute.
Yep. Said it actually just sniped.
Hi. So what are you up to?
Oh well.
I spent a little time chatting with one of our companions of setting up a character that got to flush out some details and realized, oh yeah, the Roll20 system that he is actually using, yeah, it's a little bit old, so I gotta actually type in a lot of stuff.
Are we talking like the Roll20 website?
Yes.
Oh, how long's it been? Have they updated that thing at all? That sucks.
First time in a long time since I actually touched it, and I was like, oh god, yeah, I remember I had this icon for when we played that game a couple years ago.
Do I even still have my
Serves often
Roll20
listens.
account information sitting somewhere? I don't remember
I
my
was surprised I still
password.
had
I don't
mine.
remember anything.
Wait, Bitby does Roll20? Bitby does tabletop RPG?
I've dabbled in it.
Nice.
Dip the toe in it, and
And then the toe shriveled off.
That was-
I'm kidding.
yeah.
Roleplay is like, it's fine, but like, I think for me, my issue is that I've got the attention span of a hamster. And so like, when it comes to pen and paper RPGs, it takes so much of my mental fortitude to just like keep myself composed and like focused in the game. Like with a good
All right, I was in
DM,
the
I
middle
can
of a dogfight.
I can
What are
hang
we
there with the
talking
best.
about?
What was that?
I was in the middle of a dogfight. What are we talking about? Also, hi, Shoop.
Yeah, we're currently talking about like random, tabletop RPG type stuff.
Ooh, I love those things.
Specifically, we were talking about the Roll20 website.
And before that, I was talking about the SpongeBob musical because it's based and I love it.
Yeah, that's Roll20 is good, but now they've got competition with things like Foundry.
Foundry, I think.
I've never heard of that.
Foundry, I think, is on Steam? Question mark, or is it its own thing?
No, Foundry is its own thing. I have actually purchased a license myself. It would actually use and operate it. I need to get back into
Foundry
Working with it.
Virtual Tabletop. Interesting.
So they got to keep up with competition. There are a couple other really good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'm looking at this and it looks like if all these assets come preloaded, this is pretty decent.
They actually come with quite a bit, but since the community is actually very open, there's actually a lot you can actually install to actually help out for fine tuning. Such as like if you actually want to do straight up Pathfinder stuff, there's people that's actually worked for getting like the rules available for it. D&D, there's some other type of role-playing games you could actually do. There's extra little modifiers to help or special icons you can actually throw in.
As long as it
Mhm.
doesn't
So, there's-
pillage the ever-loving hell out of you like a Dungeons and Dragons game. Because like Dungeons and Dragons, like it's the benefacto like standard for RPG, but good God, good luck doing it on a good budget.
Well, that's why we have Baldur's Gate, right?
That's true. Let's just like mod Baldur's Gate. Make all our campaigns in Baldur's Gate. Alrighty.
Hey, here's a fun idea. We should have you play Baldur's Gate.
You know what? There was a period of time where I was thinking about maybe picking up Baldur's Gate because, like, Baldur's Gate seemed like it was the game, like the RPG game for somebody who is not really an RPG guy. And I kind of agree. It seems like they've softened up a lot of the mechanics for that. For idiots like me. I've only seen some like video clips and things. Specifically, I've seen that one video clip of what happens when you roll a 20 when you kick the squirrel. It makes me happy. In like a visceral kind of way.
To be fair, the squirrel is Sid Nick.
Yeah, to be fair, that squirrel is a son of a gun. All right.
That squirrel
I
was
was-
asking for it.
What was that?
That squirrel was asking for it.
Yeah. You telling me? You telling me? All right. So I was just gonna say we're starting to get kind of like late into the night here. We're,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I should, it's getting late for me. I should probably head out.
Well, I'm gonna head over to the end screen here. God, my arm does not want to like behave tonight.
Oof.
It's just like up in the air. Muffin says, "My God, it's almost 12 a.m. for me. Get to bed.
Same. Same.
Go to sleep." Right
East
now,
Coast
it's like
gang. Go
it's
sleep.
10:30 where I'm at right now. I'm unplugging my tracker. Sorry, I need to cool that thing down. Anyway, EST, yay! All right, so a little bit of an update on what we've got lined up here for the next week or so. Now, like I was mentioning the previous stream, I was going to stop playing Pac-Man World 2 after I finished up the campaign. And then it turned out that apparently there's an entire other secret campaign underneath the main campaign. So apparently I'm just playing that now. So expect me to play that on Wednesday. I'm being like, I'm being kind of a jerk about that. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
The soul of Bill and Mays came and like, but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
There's always more.
Random side tangent before we finish things up here. I'm so upset about all the people that are using Sora AI and making like fake Billy Mays commercials. Like, let the man rest. Fuck off. Go away. Cut that out. Anyway. Random tangent over. Right, so Saturday. We're gonna be playing some more Silk Song, which, good lord, it's taking me forever to get through that. However, I like the slow burn. I'm enjoying my time. So, also I suck at playing the game, but that's another thing entirely. Like, I don't suck too bad, but I suck enough that it takes me forever to get through a boss. And then I'll probably do another casual stream next week. Same time, same place, very similar style. All right.
Very, perhaps possibly me rambling about my hyperfixations yet again. By the way, Bit, thank you for letting me do that.
Heck yeah. Your hyperfixations are fun and weird.
Thank you.
I enjoy them.
I do genuinely take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Yes, hyperfixate with me. Hyperfixate with me.
Hyperfixate with me. That is a trait I look for in people. It's like, can we hyperfixate together? Okay, then we're gonna be best friends.
Honestly, dude, like, whenever like I'm talking with somebody and they are genuinely showing like massive amounts of like enthusiasm for anything, not even for something that I am really interested in, that gets me really hard. Like, I really enjoy that so much.
I'm glad you do.
And then there's Muffin, who's just like, Kirby. And Tenna.
Kirby is a base hyperfixation. Yet another of mine is the Kirby anime. In fact, I probably talked about that on stream and how
Kirby, he's the name you should know. Yep.
Oh, God, I haven't seen that in ages.
It's good.
Genuinely, unironically, the only time a 4Kids dub was better than the original Japanese.
Mm-hmm. Also, Muffins.
Somehow it just worked. It just worked.
Carl put it better than I did. I love hearing people blabbing about their interests. Thank you. Yes, I agree. Like this 100%. And also, Muffin said, Kirby and Tenna. I've seen that. I've seen some of the art that Muffin has been doing for like Tenna from Deltarune, and he's really good stuff. I don't know why, but like seeing Muffin draw them both in the exact same room, both being like weird little goobers, I don't know, that gives me a level of serotonin that I can't describe.
I feel like that's not even that far out there, considering Toby Fox's Nintendo connections now. Composing for Pokemon.
Consider the fact that Kirby was made by Sakurai. It's like Sakurai
Toby beat at Smash Brothers.
Put this, and then he put the SNES in the Smash Bros. One single brain cell. They traded off on the weekend.
Toby Fox is like not a human being. This man composed Megalovania when he was 16 and beat the creator of Smash Brothers at Smash Brothers.
Dude's crazy. And he made music for...
He's not a human.
And he's like a base portion of Homestuck.
Oh yeah. He's like, I think it was it wasn't. It was Andrew's Hussey's idea to go to Spindlehorse for the animation, the animated pilot, but I believe it was but it was encouraged by Toby, and Toby was like there from the start, being like, if we do this, I'm gonna voice John. So like it's
And everyone
it's
else
almost
is like,
the-
yes, you are. Get in front of the mic, dog boy.
it's so funny because he's just openly doing that he just openly did that for the Homestuck animated pilot. Meanwhile, for all of the Undertale and Deltarune stuff, he like refuses to show up on camera, and he just uses the pixelated dog avatar and uses a text to speech program. He won't even use his real voice.
Yeah, that is really interesting. It's weird
Just
watching
like-
the Undertale and Deltarune streams, like where just-
Yeah.
he's a Mr. Robot behind the scenes. Very strange. Very.
Yeah,
It's an
that
interesting
makes you
aesthetic
think
to
he's
choose.
like, yeah, that makes you think he's like really shy or something, and like doesn't even want his like real face or voice out there in any capacity. Like he really like just wants that privacy or something. And then he just throws all that away and voices in the Homestuck pilot.
Right.
So it's like, make
Welcome.
up your
It's
mind,
me.
Toby.
I'm John.
Are you a
Fuck.
It's like, make up your mind, Toby. Are you an eccentric recluse or not?
Toby is an enigma. Yeah, I'll take that answer.
He is. That's true.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to cut off on the rambling,
time
and
for
we're
me to
going
head
to
out. It's almost midnight.
we going to stretch. We going to and get some good shut eye and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Anyway, that'll do it for the stream tonight, everybody. Thanks for coming out, and also thanks for coming out and chatting with me, guys. Like, I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Always, as I said, you let me blabber about my hyperfixations, and I am more thankful for that than you could ever know.
Yeah. Okay. Sleep well, everybody. Have a good night, and don't
Good
let
night,
Toby Fox bite.
everybody.
No promises.
What?
Not if I bite first.
See ya.